Hello, everybody, and welcome back to. Hey, hold on. What the heck is on my screen? Wait a second. What? Oh, I got the spoiler warning still up. Okay. I gotta press it. Get off the screen. Okay. Thank you. You couldn't see on my end because it was being hit there, but uh, wait, now I gotta do the whole thing again. Okay. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another week of the Out of Pocket Podcast. My name is Zechs, and joining me back from his mission to hide from Bushy Road is ZetaZephyr. I mean,
Yellow.
yep. So we are back. It's been for
I mean,
us.
I
It's been
say winning.
what?
I mean, I say winning with the whole Busher and stuff.
Well, okay, sure. But we are back, and it's been 3 weeks since a podcast, but definitely been about 5 weeks since we've had a podcast with us. So you know, break
You
times can be everything, but you know, we're gonna start off with a bunch of, going our recap, and then we'll get into news. Uh, but first, if you like this podcast, please like the podcast on YouTube, subscribe, comment, have discussion, and share it to people. Even though we suck, but still share it anyway.
no,
And
tell a
hopefully
friend.
hopefully we can actually like build some more of this community. Uh, on that note, there's a second thing, which speaking of the spoiler discussion, so we have been so normally what we do is we have like a Vanguard like little mini discussion. However, uh, it has been about 5 weeks since we've talked about it, since Zeta has given his thoughts on it, and we've been on
Yep.
a 2 week break. We're currently on a 2 week break because they are showing up the first episode of the um remaster for the original Vanguard
Remaster.
anime. So, uh, I'm gonna just re-add the spoiler warning and then obviously change it. Change it to be darker so we can actually see it. So we're like 3 minutes in. Okay. Uh, yeah. So if you don't want to hear this, you might want to skip for like another like 10 minutes, and then pretty much like you can mute this, go do whatever you want. Keep the screen on. But like when this when this screen goes off, you can come back and we can go back to our normal thing. So that being said, so
Guys, you want to know my thoughts on the season so far?
I mean, yes. I mean that's the reason we have it, but
No.
it's also like I've seen a couple comments on on the Twitter,
Uh-huh.
which I don't think, which we have not talked about because you've been running away for 3 weeks.
Right, right.
All right, so floor is yours.
No.
How you felt since the last time we had a discussion?
You, I feel like with the episodes, that aired while I was like away on my getaway, I fully believe the deluxe was the worst thing to happen in to a card fight Vanguard.
Okay,
Like
explain.
anything we can say about like this season right now and pacing is all given the pretense of deluxe was a mistake of like 2 seasons, like outright.
Why?
there's no time for this season is like a much larger in importance and scale. We did not have to have a we didn't have to run the tournament back for technically a third time. Counting the manga that, doesn't actually matter at all besides saying, yeah, there's a deluxe off screen. Anyway, like I think back to like V, right? And like how like part two, like I mean how like season two started with Aichi just like getting off the plane going, hey guys, that was a great Asia circuit, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's kind of how they needed to handle the deluxe in like Divines. So we have to like we didn't need 24 episodes on a tournament of champions, quote unquote, to bring the like, showcase a bunch of returning characters. And then our big dramatic final season with the end of our character arcs for our MC is 12 episodes?
We don't know that.
Won't see, I would assume, there'd be a part two to this before the manga got announced. And before they were like, oh yeah, Akina, you woke up at the tail end of the war. Michiru already kind of cleaned house. Yeah, Gab actually had 20 jobbers, give or take. And that guy just went through like 10 of them in like a week. Sorry, bud.
Okay, okay. You know what? Can we let's actually talk about that because that is like
The dumbest thing they've stated in a while.
no. I don't think it's dumb. I think it's crazy that we're having. I think it's crazy that what should be theoretically like. I'm trying to word this.
Oh,
I'm starting to think them just putting that as a manga was a mistake. Like, don't
Kagetsu got
like
5 dudes on his draft. Gab had every other character in D. And Kagetsu is cleaning house, man.
no. You mean
He took
Michiru?
1 L against like 15 people.
Getsu?
I mean, his team.
Oh,
I mean, I could call it like team like Vice Ruger, but
okay.
sure.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah, like what?
yeah. Uh, listen,
Dungy got off screen, and that's pretty hilarious.
listen. I am saying listen here because I am trying to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually genuinely trying to figure out a way how I can like still defend this.
Dog, the meltdown we are going to see when Phantom Yu Yu shows up at the end of this manga as the final boss.
Please, no. No, 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 no. No. I say that,
People are
but
going to be
because of
crashing
news,
out.
I think what's crazy is because the news that we all talk about later. It's like I hate that might actually be a possibility, but it is like I'm generally just trying to figure this out here, like the timeline of events here, and it's like, um, huh.
Kagetsu just hit in case of emergency, freeing Michiru and just laid him out like Gojo. Like, there's no other equivalent to say. It's just Gojo running around Shibuya.
Yeah, like, like I think it is crazy that Michiru finally. let's talk about how the episode kind of plays into this whole thing. Like Michiru for a month was basically like fighting every person he could see to the point where he's like, yeah, I beat like 10 people already by the time he gets to Phantom Rika. Which I'm like, how come he wasn't the first one? How come he wasn't the first? Second, what do you mean? 10 people.
Bro ate breakfast and then just kicked Team Gab's butt and then went to sleep.
Like, I understand the context of like, oh, the stakes aren't exactly like, oh, the enemy is like supposed to be the most fearful or scary. The thing is like they're basically like fighting a losing battle at right. The the thing about the Phantom arc is not that the villains are villainous because they're super powerful. Things should be like the villain, our antagonists are literally like, or more so just like on the defensive the whole time, right? They're not supposed to be. They're the aggressors because they have to be, because they technically have to be, but they're really like losing. I think that
Yeah.
was trying. I think it was trying to make sense of that. What I mean, like, the point is that they're more having a philosophical battle because I think they all know that they're eventually going to lose, but they're fighting for a reason. Like they're fighting for their reason to stay alive, to stay around, to stay alive, right? Or at
Right.
least to stay in the way they are. They're fighting for their own existence.
I mean, they
But
functionally die if they lose. I mean, you're not far off.
yeah, like obviously, they don't die, but like the Phantom version is basically erased. So far, I say that because
I mean,
at this
I'd say
point
it's
they've been.
killing the Phantom.
I mean, I say that because like, are we sure? Because they've been pulling out some weird rules about this whole Phantom and this whole parallactic stuff
See,
of, oh no, actually
that's
the
the other problem with the last two episodes. Like they just kept introducing new stipulations. Which I mean, I get it. If you're gonna rip off Fate, you also have to rip off the part that the rules keep changing every 2 days.
but it is very much like a, so now the Mythish can just run out of energy and knock you out.
Look, all right, regular advice didn't expect Michiru to do a Michiru. All right, he did. There's only so much MP you can give to the party. Okay.
I mean, in that context, then it's like, oh yeah, no, then that's probably the goal is should be just like, yeah, just throw everybody. In that case, then the real fight should be just throw every Phantom fighter you got at the at the at the Mythish fighters and just wear them down. That should be the plan.
You know
Just
what
like this.
I mean, you know what the crazy part is, power level wise? Gab is so goddamn lucky. Zaxa quit playing Vanguard on screen. Like if Kagetsu found Zaxa somewhere, it would have been over.
which which is kind of
Akino would
crazy.
have
It's like
woke up and
he's
it's like,
just.
yo, buddy, good morning. One, two. Everyone's already done. Tower's gone. Yeah, Gab was evil for like 2 days. Don't worry about it.
Oh man, I'm just like, oh boy. Uh, so it's like, you know, but the whole thing of like now it's like, okay, Gabelius is fighting now next episode after she, I assume, beat Senka, or
I'm assuming Sanka was a flashback. If Sanka is not a flashback, what was Gab's recruitment process?
I mean, I don't think it's a recruitment process. I think it's just like literally like everyone is a phantom unless they're
I mean,
awakened
he
by their
dodged like most
mythish.
of Blackout, so there was like some process.
I mean, I think it's just how the mist got them. I don't think it's exactly a process. Well, we don't know that. And it's the problem. We don't know, right? We're spitballing here.
If Gable's recruiting people, then him grabbing Senka might be the biggest L we'll see in a while.
I mean,
But you know what? She hasn't won a single fight. She hasn't won a single fight on screen. Perfect.
I
Roll out the jobber.
mean, at the very least, it's like maybe you just drain Now's mythish energy. At the very least,
Just start chucking the mailman at people.
I mean, at this point, just send
I
them
mean, shoot,
all.
it seems.
Just send them all, because it's
Yeah,
like because you need to get because again, it's like you need to get Erica up out of there.
you've got like 6 people here. You know the limit seems to be about 11 fights. Just start swarm tactics.
So the awkward thing is, we there's not that many. The awkward thing of now is like, okay, now we actually have to like pull characters that have not seen any time, but we've basically already taken
Uh,
care of that. Blackout.
buy some plane tickets. You need all the bodies you can get.
I mean, for crying out loud, like what? Technically, we've taken out Blackout and Tiernanog.
Like we know Toya's gonna show up in the manga and get blasted. Yeah,
Maybe we don't know yet.
we've seen the silhouette.
We see a silhouette, but we're not sure if he's actually gonna show up. But the point being is like they're technically running out of named characters.
Yeah, huh.
It's like despite introducing like 18 5 6 characters every like season, we're already out the cast already at this point. Gabrielius is only fighting because we have no one left.
Meteor went through the backlogs and went gone, 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 gone.
The fact that Donchi, Shinobu, and Asina's voice actor all got off screen
You
is
think
like
Dante would be a bit more mild of a threat?
I mean, all at this point, all we got left is to just have Mirai just show up as Garu, but have release Balsagra Phantom, who is the Garu version, and that's all we got.
Mhm.
That's all we got at this point.
Yeah, no. Mary's the only high tier left.
But I'm just like, I think I'm just like, um, I'm starting to
Like,
really.
dog, I lost most of my forces. What do you mean they got a substitute?
I mean, the obvious answer is like the reason why he's playing isn't is because he obviously isn't. Of course, at this point, yeah, he's not the main villain. It's Kurumi, like
Right.
because again, I kind of pointed this out to you, but I don't know if you went to look at the ending for the last week's episode, the last episode, but like she straight up like one, Gabriel's just showing up. Two, we're switching to the second
Yep.
anime OP now. I
Mm-hmm.
assume this was done probably because they something wasn't like known, but like uh uh BWP, like the singers for the first OP of the season, announced that they were all kind of going on break on like a temporary like stoppage of to
You
be
know,
working
the
together.
funniest thing ever would be now winning next week.
Oh, it will be the funniest thing ever. I'm like, okay, if now wins, then we have to go.
Like,
We
like
have to.
Gab just like drops down and it's like, ah, shoot. And then it's just for you getting crew and me cleaning house for like for like 5 to 6 more episodes.
that had to be the case. 'Cause I'm like, if you take out Gabelius now, yeah, like Gabelius is like the main cover card of set of the next set currently. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, what I was trying to say is like they probably like this, and they're like, that that group is like uh stopping working together for right now. They're going to work more on their solo stuff. So it's like, yeah, they can't really promote the song. So why?
Right.
So it's like, might as well switch them out. Which begs the question of why they were. Which begs the question, like, I assume they were only really brought in because if this is the last Divines arc, you want to at least have like, you want to have that usual, like, yeah, the first singers of your OP get to come back and do a song. But it is very much like, but it is very much like the I'm trying to say, but like, yeah, no, that, and then the ending visuals is like, Kurumi has smiled in every like visual except for this last one,
Yeah.
which is like she's no longer smiling, which is like, oh, we're about to get some ish.
I mean, to be fair, Akina did like drop the coexistence route. Accidentally, probably. It's like, oh, you could have ended this peacefully. We could like yikes.
What do you mean drop the coexistence route?
Like, bro, you had a chance.
The chance of what?
We could just stopped here, dropped everything, just lived in the Phantom Zone.
But the point is he wants to have coexistence. So it is.
Yeah,
So
but
what you're saying is basically Kurumi has no faith in him that this will work.
look, if someone gives you a live with me right now ultimatum and you drop it, it's over.
I mean, yeah, she. I mean, to be fair, she basically did just say, "Yeah, no, yeah." It's like, "Yeah, no, I want you." It's like, let's just close this out. It's like, no, I still have a world. It's like
She might be the first Vanguard character to like blatantly just shoot her shot.
Steph Curry from outside space.
Like no Vanguard metaphor, no like, hey, let's just go play some, let's go card fight in the back of my car.
I mean,
Come on, that is how it ended.
technically it was backstage, but
We'll end it with them in the car, holding up Vanguard decks.
I. But no, but it's like technically yes, Kirby is technically the first character in the 15 years of this franchise that has openly like said something related to actually being in a relationship of some sort with no faking out or anything. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy when you think about it.
Right? Like Suika, like I mean, sorry, not Horn got done dirty by Bushred if this is on the table.
Uh, yeah, no, this again, this is just a different world version of the If timeline, without doubt. Like If was really just a precursor for this type of storyline.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting, like when we actually get to talking about that when the series is over. Like, but yeah. All I know is like when we get to the next stretch of episodes, I have a feeling they're gonna hit the ground running.
Oh yeah.
Because
You know,
if
I do
they're
like one theory I've seen.
what?
that Kirby's not actually a phantom. Gab did bring the dead back to life.
I mean,
She doesn't talk about her past life in the same of her other selves in the same way the other phantoms do.
that is true.
Like she always talks in the context of her past and her life. All the other phantoms always go about the other me.
You might be right there. It's like, yeah, it is her, or it's a fake trying to masquerade as her, and not like in
I
like a
mean, true.
phantom fake, as in like it probably like I'm feeling like Kurumi is probably like the Mirage card given form, who
Yeah.
took her form and is like trying to do it, but there also is like a thing of like this is Kurumi, but she's like been revived by the Mirage card as, so like yeah, no, I don't have the power to do it yet, but obviously like
Like I feel like if either it's the card that revived her or Gap revived her, or like in some way the card's gonna be used to keep her alive at the end of the series. Like we could go on about, Konami wants to, end this, right? I just I don't think that's how that arc's gonna end.
nope.
Like there's gonna be a wrench thrown in there.
Oh, without a doubt. It's like again, like you're running out of people. You're running out of people in the series to take out. Like something has to
Like
change here.
I feel like Kurumi versus Konami is gonna happen. Kurumi's gonna drop the reveal it is actually her and not a phantom. And then Konami's just on the loose going, oh, I could have just spent time with my sister the entire time without holding that animosity for the fake. It's like, shoot.
I mean, in a way, it'll be like she was right because like it wouldn't really be her sister if it was like. I mean, it feels like it really wouldn't be her. In her mind, it then still wouldn't really be her sister because why would her sister just be like, yeah, you can just forget about that.
Right.
Like why?
It's also
Like,
like I kind of made you that promise when I was on my deathbed.
and now I'm alive and we can actually there and like I'm not joking,
Right, like I mean, so I can I can just compete in the deluxe myself now.
which is why I'm
If you stop trying to put me back in the grave, we could all just have a good time,
just stop trying to kill me, please.
right? It's like you could just promise to never play me in a card fight using that message of yours, and we can all just live together.
But we'll have to
Just take
see.
the card out your deck.
Which now I think probably now here's probably a thought process I do. It's like, what if she's only alive because Konami is the Phantom? And if like you
Ooh,
take out if Konami gets taken out, the potential of Konami getting taken out might also be like, you know, a whole thing.
mm-hmm.
I mean, that probably isn't true because it's like, Konami would have said something. It's like, don't fight.
Right.
But, who knows? Anyway, we'll know in like a week, hopefully. Please tell me.
I still find it funny though, but it's like a gap's like, man, I need to do something about Erica, and then next day it's like, now.
Which is why I'm like, Uh, yeah, but Ray made a made a kind of like a comment on our like discussion about the anime at that point, which is like, what if, what? And I kind of we had that discussion. I kind of I don't know if he brought it up or I brought it up, but it was like, what if like uh with Kurumi potentially being the Mirage card, this whole no, I brought it up. I brought up and I put up the point of what if like Kurumi is actually the the Mirage card given to like Kurumi's soul to keep by, and so this whole thing is like uh now it's like, okay, well, because I'm just like Gabelis is talking about Erica. Gabelis is about to go fight now. Mikoto is gone. It could be just Kurumi like subconsciously being like, I need to get rid of his quote unquote love interest. So that way he has no other choice but to stay with me.
That'd be crazy.
Some sort of like a sort of like pseudo yandere, future diary type plot line of like, yeah, it's
Right.
only you and me.
No, no.
Which would be pretty insane.
Right.
Which is why she's like, yeah, she's like trying to beat her sister. Cause like, yeah, no, my sister has no correlation with this at all. I want my sister. I want my sister, and I want the man of my dreams to stay here. Uh, Now about you, Kagetsu, I don't know. You might have to go. You might have to go too.
But Kagetsu just kind of signed up for being the protagonist of its own series. But it's like, buddy, it's Akina's show, man.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of what we were going to talk about originally. It was like, yeah, it's like I feel like them not
It's kind of
animating
what
the
the point in
manga
the manga.
is a mistake because it's like, why the heck? I feel like this would be like great material for like a part one. You do this
Yeah,
part
huh?
one, you go through all like the rules and stuff, and then at the end, like you like somewhere like halfway through that season, then you wake Akina up. Then we go this whole thing, and it's like, okay, something like that, right?
Heck, I wouldn't even do. You can either wake him up midway through that first part, or heck, just keep him in the series as like a side character, so we can actually see what he was like during the Phantom, and then just snap him at the end. It's like, all right, buddy, Kagetsu's has time as MC. Get back in there.
Or maybe like some sort of like uh thing where it's like things actually do go horribly wrong. Like we go normally, but Akina's still asleep. Uh, and then like we twist like the Akina and Erica stuff, the Erica Sashikari stuff, and be like, okay, what if instead we have this moment of everything is going horribly wrong? We have we do this thing, and then like a moment where just Ryuga takes out Makoto, Gabelius shows up and takes out Now and whatnot. So it's like all we have left is uh and like Michiru also goes to Karma. So like we're down to like two people. So it's like we gotta wake up Akina. It's like, like a thing of like make a mistake of like, we could probably just all do this together and just get it done, and then everything goes horribly wrong. Then you wake up Akina, but Akina then has this moment of, do I want to actually do this or not?
They still haven't explained why it took so long for Refacer to wake up.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like Refester took that long, took a month, and Because it's like, again, I mean, that's kind of, now I think about that, almost seems like what the intention was that
Yeah.
Akina was just not meant to come in.
And I think the factor here, no one assuming that's what the revelation is going to be, said I can actually really enjoyed his time.
Yeah, no, like,
And that's why he's been so like wishy-washy on the matter. It's like, oh, he actually did enjoy his time there.
yeah.
At least subconsciously.
And it's like, he's saying the stuff of, I there, because like, that's what he's supposed to do. It's like, I can't do it without my homies, but it's like, but your homies are still here.
Like it feels almost like an obligation, doesn't it? Though, like a little bit. For like why he's like, yeah, I gotta bring the name world back. Like it feels like an obligation, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm. But even then, he's still like confused on one, how to do it, and two, should he do it?
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it's like that is a good like dilemma for him. It's just, then Erica kind of showed up and like kind of broke the system for a bit. And it's like, so what the heck happens?
Like, if there's anything I'm gonna be like glad about once like Akina's done as an MC, it's Erica disappearing from the show. Like, don't get me wrong. She was really cool in season 1. And then she became an in case of emergency break glass button every in season 2. And then Deluxe strung us along for like 24 episodes on the hype her up even more. It's like I'm sick of these damn Mioto siblings.
We're just starting to dislike Deluxe more and more as time has gone on.
I mean, think about it though, right? If you double the episode counts, it's the exact. You can argue the exact same thing about GNX and GZ.
mm.
Here's a really big tournament arc with a ton of filler characters, and then here's our big climax that's half the length for some reason.
Fair, fair analysis on that. It is very much like it is very much.
And then the big final season is the one that feels rushed, and it's like you could have just not done this.
I mean, very much that kind of awkward thing. We want to have setup and whatnot, but at what point is the setup detrimental to the payoff?
Right. I mean, I would argue it's worse in Deluxe because like there isn't really that much setup.
I mean,
It's kind of just Kagetsu running around, taking people out back around the corner and going, "Here's a card." It's like, so what's the deal with these? Don't worry about it.
you will know later.
And then Kanami shows up like in second to last episode. It's like, who
It'll
are
be
you?
important. like,
Right.
like, bitch, who is you?
Like, like at least we knew GZ was kind of building up to something at some point. Like a lot.
I mean, the fact that we have yet to see
I mean,
Suzune or Ruka in this season yet,
they're
or
not gonna be in this season.
which, okay, if that happens, damn, they fumbled. So
Like, I'm convinced Suzume only existed for Swo's character arc.
I pray that's not the case because god damn it, bro. Like you had this whole other thing set up with her about like, oh, the whole Rokun family, and it's like, so we're not doing anything with that.
I think everyone has to just hope she gets the invitation letter to the next main cast.
Oh
Like,
man.
honey, we're sorry we brought you in too early. You're now the sidekick to the next protagonist.
Oh boy.
Like, it's the only way to justify her existence.
I mean, at least that's a nicer
Ruka!
story.
Ruka's hilarious. God. It's like, we've done it. We've distilled Manic Pixie Dream Girl for Vanguard. Throw her at everyone.
Are we gonna ever use her ever again? No.
No.
Like that requires making Blackout relevant, and we're done. We have
Like,
tried to.
Ketsu needs a backstory. Erica needs a mentor for like 5 seconds. Blackout needs a hidden secret previous leader. We need to bring back Megumi's brother for some reason. Just keep throwing Ruka at things until they stick.
I mean, was I the one who basically said like that Deluxe was also like this sort of like we apologize for Wildress?
This is a terrible apology.
Like we could have done something with this, but let's actually take care of it. Though that could also be
I
because
think
of some.
the Deluxe being one season was a good thing in Wildress.
So I want to know, like, I'm generally kind of like interested in, like, I want to kind of know, like, was there probably some, again, foreshadowing into the news, like, was there an issue with what happens that probably factored into some of this? And
Who knows?
yeah, but we'll get to it there. Anyway, I think we're done for now. So, spoiler
Yeah.
warning going down in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yeah, that was a very long discussion. You will be able to skip it, hopefully. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so on that note, how was um I want to go first here. I'll go
All
first with
right.
my break recap. So, uh so far school has been okay. Been just making it. Uh on other notes, the I also started finally making a new gunpla after a minute, and I decided to do it with the HG HFX.
Nice.
So it'll finally be a new contemporary thing.
I
And
still don't know why they made it a bird.
what?
the like why the HFX has to be bird beak.
I mean, it's supposed to be kind of like the. I mean, it's supposed to kind of reference the new Gundam in a sense, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But on that note, also for physical card games, let's move on to speaking of Gundam. Uh, new new type challenges happened, and I actually won the Freedom new type challenge. I actually won my first new type challenge, and it was the one for
Nice.
Akira. So I now have with me a $600 card in my possession that I am either debating on selling or just framing and saying yeah.
I mean, you never know we're gonna need $600.
It's true. Right now, it's just kind of just hidden away somewhere. Gonna fall off on that, but I feel very proud of my effort. On that note, anyway, on that note, speaking of Gundam, I also bought the what you call it, the Gundam Assemble collector's set for G-Quux, which released today. A store had, and they said like, yeah,
Word.
you can get one of each. I'm like, I only got the G-Quux one because I pre-ordered the IBO one like months ago. And I didn't know how much I would actually like the G-Quux stuff at that point. So I was like, I'll just buy the IB one, kind of just wait on that. So what I have though, I have in my hands every card that's in it. So what it is like, you have the 3 Gundam symbol kits. You come with like reprints of cards, and then there's also a bonus pack which has the EX resources for the respective series. I've yet to open that one, so that's gonna be live on the stream. But
I,
so it comes with two each of the LRs from the starter deck. So we've got the First Strike Dequux and the Breach One Red Gundam in alt arts. And also, surprisingly, I didn't notice until like when they showed it. It's like it comes with the G Fred, the common G Fred in a in a LR plus like foiling, 2 of that, which is like it's the one that's like you burst if there's 3 less enemy shields, you deploy a token. It's neon. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty good for my Xeon deck. And it has 2 of the uncommon math tactics. So basically, this thing couldn't release without a set 3. So it comes with math
yeah.
tactics, which is the one you play a G-Quux and a Red Gundam at rest at level 6. It's a card that exists. Like I've seen it kind of like a one of in some lists because like it's still 2 bodies of stats, and it's tokens. You have 2 of the tokens that are made with map tactics of the Red Gundam and the Omega Psychomu, and also has 2 copies of the Fred token. I think they all look pretty sweet. So
Hmm.
general value is that one just might better because the token cards and the IBO one are just really bad right now. So
Uh,
I think you kind of get a lot more value. Mostly because G-Quux and Red Gundam can be played currently, and so far, the only like none of the LRs in the IBO one are being played like completely because the starter deck ones and no one's playing McGillis or and 4 forms race
I
like
mean, all
situational.
I mean, all I've seen from IBO is people using the Barbados as a draw engine.
To be fair, pretty good draw engine for early, which
I'm just saying, Kick Mika draw card is a pretty funny mechanic.
I don't know why that hit me hard as it did.
Being able to play episode 1 Mars is pretty hilarious. Okay, you understand. The Mika, any more card advantage? Kapow! You just put a damage counter on the Barbados.
I mean, I think what really kind of unlocked that deck though was really just like, oh, the adapt is somehow one of the best cards in the game. Like just straight up like level 4, like you play the Barbados, and you just have it kind of sit there and pray it doesn't die. Right? So then it's like, okay, it's level, you go second, you play it, you just let it sit there, then you hit level 4, you play the adapt, ping the Barbados for 1, you ping something else in your opponent's field for 1, and it's just gonna sit there with 4 HP, being annoying.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like just the adapt pretty much kind of unlocked that deck, which is so funny because like after seeing the special, which did I talk about the special with you or no?
I don't think either of it. I don't think we did. I mean, we both saw it, thankfully.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a moment. But yeah, just the context of the adapt being what it is like, dog, this is so funny. Like this card is literally just a like the adapt just being, yeah, Mika's just too stubborn to take it to repair because he wants, because he does not trust anyone else.
I mean,
Like
to be fair, in Mika's defense, they keep trying to turn him into a weeaboo.
no, I mean because like
Like, I wouldn't go.
no, I mean because like he because like he won't go in for repairs because it's like he, I mean that, but also he won't go in because he does not mentally, he's like currently like mentally not trusting of any of the other Tekkanen members to protect Orga,
Right.
which you know long
Also
term he's
fair.
kind of right, but that's a whole,
I mean, long term, he should be trusting Orga.
there's a whole other discussion that, yeah. But yeah, it's like the idea is like, yeah, no, it's literally just the Barbatos, like the adapt in the name is not because, oh, it's some sort of like cool new form. It's you adapt because he literally will not go back to the shop because he is so, because he has no confidence in the rest of the team to back it up.
I still got 2 arms. Gosh.
Yeah, but like, yeah, you're right. They also didn't just want to turn him to a weeboo because it's like, no, the barber was like really like take it to the sword. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to use the sword. Like, give me
Like,
something
but
else.
we fashioned like 5 more katanas in the bay. Please take them.
Which, to be fair, I love how that's the origin of the sword mace. I'm like, yeah, no, it literally is like he did not want to use the katana that badly. Like, all right, fine, we'll make a giant katana. We'll make a fake katana. They're happy. We'll, we'll make a sword. We'll make a mace that's shaped like a katana. Is that better?
are, are we sure Graham Aker didn't work at Tewa's?
Probably.
Like,
Who knows? I mean, that special showed like anybody that's working at Taywas.
true.
uh, but yeah. So then there is the, yeah. Now for the bonus pack. Yeah, I'm not actually showing it, but oh, okay. So there's like 5 of them. It's get one of each. Like for G-Quux, it's like Machu, Dion, Chico, Do, and Cannoli. Which I think is just pretty funny that like Cannoli and Do got one, which is like, Why?
Yeah. Sure.
I think that's the funny thing with like the non like with like Do and Do and Shiko is like they're so popular by the fact that they only are in like technically one episode.
Right.
Like Do's so popular it doesn't turn somebody on Twitter to a superstar. To start a
Look,
whole journey for a man. A gigantic
all
rabbit
I'm
hole.
saying is, give me a Charlie EX resource, and I'll buy like 5 of them.
I mean, he's gonna be like the next like locals pack. Like his
Makes
pilot.
sense.
Alright, so the PR for this one is oh, it's Machu. Okay.
Hey, nice.
It's like it was the second one I wanted. I'm now I'm kind of concerned of like, all right, how much are the EX resources on TCG player? I mean, because to be fair, it just dropped, so like,
Oh man, I just remembered.
what?
Oh, today's the exact day they finally had a age to a G Generation Eternal. Which is wild. Cause like they were doing every single show they could. It's like, all right, we're doing season 2 for we're doing back half Sea Destiny, we're doing the back half of Witcher Mercury, we're doing the back half of IBO, we're doing the back half of Gundam X. We're rerunning Astray, we're doing all these other side stories. Okay, you guys can finally have age in the game.
Oh my god! I'm looking at the TCG player for these EX resources. The Machu is like go has like only one listing, but it's like its market is 87.50, but like that listing has for like 175.
No.
I don't know why Almeria has 7 listings that are above $70.
Oh.
So it's like, oh, then like a buyout. That's just like 2 of them sold at 30, now it's like $73.
I mean, yeah, that's how the market works. You can name whatever price you want if there's no supply.
True. Also, Kudelia is 250.
Market price 100. It literally just make shit up.
Yep. Same with Neon, which that was the one I wanted the most. I'm like, dang it. Oh, anyway.
Well, like the only one whose price is like pretty dang, reasonable is adjacent is like Suleta's.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you know what? Yeah, $220 card.
Also, shout to Cannoli being
What does she even do?
she just sits there. She just stands there, be pretty. That's it. She is part of the what is her name? She's part of the Cecile tribe of of like beautiful girls that just sit there and do nothing.
I'm like, shoot, I think Nanai did more.
Like,
She gave Machu clothes once.
all right. Yeah, I got that. Woohoo. I will try and figure out what I want to if I want to like paint the models. So, I'm not a painter. I might have to like send it to someone to kind of paint them for me, maybe. See if there's someone
Yeah,
who did
that's
that.
the only problem with Gundam Assemble. It's like, oh, I did do the painting.
I mean, the whole point is to be Warhammer, but it's still
Yeah.
like, Uh, yep.
Sure, I mean, I'm just gonna just dip everything in red and call it a char custom.
Just dip it in red paint.
Yep.
Just dip it in the paint. Just be like, ta-da, I'm done. Just let that just like blow it
Grab a
over.
marker for the visors.
But outside of that, I time for gotcha. The gotcha segment rewound. No, I have not finished
Hey.
Daybreak all the way yet, but I'm close. Um, but gotcha segment. Woo-wah, I the same thing that happened to what's her name? Chisa. Chiksa. Happened again with the uh with the new girl, like
Oh, they
3.1.
immediately got rid of that. They immediately got rid of your daughter. No,
What?
because like to be able to keep on the new character, they're like the daughter figure in the game.
No, I mean I pulled her by complete accident.
Oh, I think man, they dumped her after like one update. Shoot.
I don't care for that. I am not finished Renacita, so I have no context on this character. All I saw on Twitter was that one person being upset that it wasn't some sort of parasocial like love relationship.
That
I'm
was
like,
that was the funniest thing I read. It's like, buddy, do you hear yourself?
like, yeah, I should just be like, dog, you need therapy. There's no way you really said that on the internet,
Think,
unironically.
think developers, please think of your finances if you introduce a character I cannot tune to ethically. All right, think about it. All right, you're losing so much money like right now. You're leaving money on the table, and that's a failure of you as a developer. It's your fiduciary duty to give me a character I can romance in this game. It's a failure on your morals.
Like on our morals, she ain't real. And it's like it's so insane because it's like, dog, that's the issue. Like that's the crazy thing with these gotcha games now because these weird these I don't like saying, but like they kind of aren't. These loser weirdos get so attached to these characters that at a certain point they're just like literally like, if hot girl on screen, immediately you must be wife or you are useless. Like I'm just like, what? This has to be a joke because there's no way. Like,
No, it's not a joke. It's just gotcha, Grail. I feel so bad for Indonesia. Giving them such a bad name.
speaking of bad names, Licorice Recoil and Nikkei drop, but obviously no one cares about that because despite it probably being the best collab, like I think it's probably like the second best collab in the entire game.
Mhm.
Because Nier is like cool, but it's like whatever. This is genuinely like an actual fun story that does what a collab's supposed to do.
Right. I think on like the surface level, like visually, naked collapse just look incongruous.
Yeah, because it's like, like the Aether one was a mess. Uh, Stellar Blade was great, but it's kind of that issue of kind of this. There's like this weird like kind of issue about certain things. Like the issue with Stellar Blade is more the Stellar Blade excuse me, the collab is that it's not really like about doesn't do much with Stellar Blade itself, like the game,
Hmm.
like the story.
we all just have to pretend Chainsaw Man didn't happen.
I mean, I still think Chainsaw Man's gonna come back, but it might cut it close considering some other things. Uh, but like Eva happened twice, and I think the part of Ava, the Ava like cloud the first time, which was so awkward, it kind of made everything there. Is that you kind of put like characters who were, or one is like again it's a gotcha game, and the thing is the Ava collab decided to actually put in some of the messy moment parts of Ava in it. You know you know the infighting, the trying to understand each other and whatnot. Put that in and try to like do it within like they even try to like make it work by like having it be like 3 parts, but it
You know,
doesn't.
I like how Mekarashi handled it, say the collab.
How they handle
Because it's like, well, they kind of just got Isekai the two, uh, legally distinct Ukraine. I mean, that's just where Mekarashi takes place. It's just a Ukraine conflict, Russian conflict with giant robots. But it's like Asuka just finds a soup. It just starts with Asuka just finding a prototype mech and just laying waste to a bunch of soldiers. And then they bring her back and she's like, what is this thing? Like, well, you see, we were working on these things that connect these new mechs that connect to a pilot's brains and well, syncs with them and whatnot. And it's like, you've got to be kidding. Wait, you guys were just building Ava's off screen, and then she paints it red, and then like Shinji wakes up, in the middle of a war zone. A bunch of people die around him, and he like jumps into the cockpit of the second Ava prototype. But then he finds like some cool bro characters like, yo, Shinji. Wait, what? That's what I'm in an Evangelion. You're a cool hero, dude. Like Shinji just finds a bro.
I mean, that's probably also the other bit too, is because there's no Shinji, like there was no Subaru for the ReZero one. Like
Oh
dynamic
no.
also just like yeah, there's no dynamic here. Like you have Ray,
Like I
Asuka,
get
and
it, you don't want
Mari.
to have males in your gotcha game, but you kind of gotta have the males here.
Like, it's even worse because like dog, you brought in Adam from Stellar Blade. You brought in you brought in
Oh shoot, let me go grab something really quick.
okay. But,
Sorry.
but like you brought in like a bunch of like other male characters. Like you brought in 9S, you brought in uh you brought in Denji. It's like so it's not like you couldn't bring in guys, but obviously if the playable characters are the women. It's like yeah, that's fine. I don't know what happened in that second year when it came to the collabs. They just got weird. I think I've like we said this like multiple times. Um, I'm I mean I'm really just kind of like ooh. All right, right back. I love how you did that right as I actually went into the pause screen. uh,
Yeah, my timing's great. We've been over this.
so yeah, it's just kind of like for a situation like that you kind of need the main character because they're the main character. Obviously, like it's like
Right.
the issue with Chainsaw Man's is that it was the first one, not because it was the worst one. Like,
Mm.
if you were just to do like a sequel or like a redo, like I think it could be really good. Especially if you do a story with now we've moved on to the Reze arc, we can actually like do something with that.
True.
Or if you want to do some wacky stuff and just be like, you know what? Screw it. We'll put Asa in there too.
No, no.
And it's like, there's no character.
They put Kobani in the game. I'll install Nikkei. They won't.
I mean, no, man. The point being, okay. Long story short, Licorice Recoil, pretty good collab story because it's like, Chisato and Takene wake up on a bench inside the arc, and they're just like, where are we? And they just go to the cafe team and just wonder what the heck is going on. And then Hyjin and Sue, where effectively the point is to fight like two literal child soldiers.
Mm.
Yeah, no, that's the plot of the Licorice Recoil collab. It's like, yeah, no, turns out we just ran into a two twin child soldiers. and just try and get them out.
No, no.
Get them out the game. So it is just genuinely like, oh, okay, we finally did it. We finally did a good story. Yay! No one cares because our CEO is an AI merchant.
Look, I'm just saying, if Ava gets a third collab, they could totally put in bad AI generated Asuka in the game.
No. When I saw that image, I was genuinely like, you can't be serious. I'm like, you have actually lost your damn mind.
And then it only got worse. Because, the creator of the Emil head is like, bro, you literally ripped my entire model asset clean and shoved it in this masterpiece. And then they got blocked.
So apparently, like, he made a thing like, hey, listen, actually, I didn't really block anyone. Like, a system like blocked people for me, and like,
And
and
it
I'm
only
blocked. I'm like, what do you
blocked the
mean a
people complaining.
What do you mean a system blocked? So you got an AI working on your Twitter too? So did the AI
Man,
put Oscar on the email heads? You could just said it wasn't me. It was the AI.
Dude. Man, you know what the worst part is?
It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Dude, can we even trust like any future Nikkei design at this point?
I mean, so far we're fine because, like, like, I think the thing is, like, he has been like very
Someone play
much.
Do It 2 is cooked.
Oh, I am almost 99% sure Stellar 2 is cooked. If not actually, like, ethically, it is probably emotionally, because what the are you doing, bro?
Like, that Steam disclaimer is gonna read like the Bible.
No, it's gonna read like every mention of Donald Trump in the files. Just insane, bro.
Morse code?
I'm just like, I just like, oh my god. It's like, so far,
why
like,
would you post that?
you didn't need to post that. But like, so far, like, Nikkei has, with the exception of the Rose incident, has not like done like AI. There were potential like scares when the ReZero collab happened because it was like, oh, Rem and Emilia are like basically built on feel like slapdash together, and like Emilia's gotcha outfit was literally just another Nikkei character's outfit just slapped on her.
Uh, man,
But like outside of that,
like
like no like AI has been like detected enough to be like, oh, there, like, oh no, we're in trouble. Like, we're fine. We're good for now. But yeah, Stellarblade
for
2
now.
is not like, I think the art team is definitely like, listen, we ain't putting that shit in there. We almost got packed up by fate.
No, no.
Like you were not putting that in there. Like, I can only imagine they're fighting for their lives over there to make sure Nikkei stays clean. But like Stellarblade 2 and Project Witches, yeah, they're probably cooked. Because he can just hire a whole new team who wants to he could just hire a whole team that will be willing to use AI and whatnot for
I mean,
that.
he just announced he's bringing back Destiny Child, and that was his art all the way down.
Oh my god, I forgot about Destiny Child. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, no, they announced they're bringing the game back,
Yeah,
and it's like, oh wait, that was all his artwork. Oh no.
I mean, like, the thing is, outside of his own personal Twitter, he is like, this is not. It has never been this bad. Like,
I mean,
even with like
he
the
also announced. I mean, everything announced about the employee count, where he's like, "379, replacing half his company with AI."
what?
Yeah, he was like ranting about like, oh, these Chinese mobile games. Oh yeah, some of them use AI. I mean, they have like 2,000 employees. Well, what if we just use AI to close the gap?
Oh yeah, that. I thought you meant like he announced layoffs, which is like, that's crazy.
I mean, if it ever happens, we know it was like preempted.
Yeah, we will know why.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this, like, unless like if Cosmograph leaves, then we know the whole studio's cooked. Because that's literally like that man is basically like Hiroyuki Sawano for like UC Gundam. Like, if he's not involved with it, something's wrong.
Yeah. God.
Uh, but I'm just like, man, we had a good collab story, and it's like it's marred. Finally had a genuinely good collab story that didn't involve like our main characters, and generally is like good, and it's marred by the fact the CEO is a is a dumbass.
Man, maybe this was the real curse of Ava.
Put him in the LCL, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Also, is Marka out yet for Genshin?
Shoot, I don't know.
Um, Genshin. Uh, Drop already? I'm like, I feel like it. Um, 5, 8. Oh, it is actually. Is it actually out already? Yeah, it is actually.
Yo, nice.
So yeah, Barca comes out. Let's rerun. Scuffia rerun. Skirk rerun. Whichever. Uh, Also, shout
The
out
heck
to
am I?
what?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the Super Gundam Age thing. Oh, they put one of the video game exclusive H2 forms in the Eternal as well. I was like, huh?
Okay, interesting. But yeah, Navarka is out, so I probably will just try and grab him, and then I think that I can finally call it a career on Genshin Impact. Because at this point, I'm like so checked out that story. I'm like, it might just be time to call it. Get my Knights of Feronius and just call it a career.
I mean, you
Uh,
gotta come back for Genshin too.
which is, I mean, it's not like like they haven't bad. It's just like I just haven't had the care to go through everything else.
Fair.
Like I might,
Like it's a long game.
yeah. Like I might be like, I might just if I legitimately have like nothing else to do and whatnot, I might just be like, you know what, let me just try and carve through some of this story and see if I get attached back into the game again. At very least, like to have Varka to like just be like, yeah, when I inevitably reach the point where I can actually like, you know, grind him to create a, to create his character, and it's like, all right, he will be here. And I don't have to like worry about that. Also, he's voiced by Joseph May, who is the voice of Sirei in 100 Lines. So
Hmm.
I think that's just very funny. Uh, but yeah, that is it for my. Is there anything? Oh yes, one more thing about the card game part. Hey Bandai,
Yeah.
what the hell was wrong with you uh putting Yuki's emblem as the box stopper?
Hmm.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that Yuki's emblem was a promo box topper, or the fact that not even 2 days after release, it got bought out and it's now $16.
Jeez.
Like
Box hoppers are interesting.
at the very like here's the thing like with Digimon is like man sometimes like I think the sad thing of like I have played more Digimon than I have Vanguard recently, but it's
Mhm.
still just like man I still don't want to spend a bunch of money on this game. I only bought the Vortex Dramons, not the Vortex Dramon, the what is it called? The level 7 because I'm like I only
Uh-huh.
bought two because I'm like because it is really good. I'm like might as well just get it because I do half the deck, so I have the deck and I have like a little bit extra disposable income. I know this sounds now weird comparing like why are you upset over the Yuki thing when you just spent like $100 on two cards? And I was like, well, I'm
No,
upset
no, I
because
get it.
that deck's not good. Like at least Vortex Shaman makes logical sense because I could actually probably take it to like a event and it's like okay, I could probably play the game or something. Heavy Metal Dramon, despite having like some of the best cards it's gotten, still is not good.
Yep.
Heck, from what I can tell, some people aren't even playing the thing. So it's like, what are we doing? All right, that's the end of my rant. All right, how was your
Yep, fair.
break? Anyway, how was your
Uh,
break?
shit. And I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I guess I could, tomorrow we just talk about the trip. Uh, you know what? It was neat. First time on a boat. Overall, like I would say, mostly chill. Tried to find stuff to do every day. Couldn't really.
Mm.
It was interesting, like stopping at like the different ports and whatnot. went to Mexico, tried to put on a luchador mask. I was like, wouldn't fit. I immediately got demoralized and decided to give up on that. Like, oh, you guys are never getting any IRL content out of me. You guys had one chance.
Uh,
It's like I'm just gonna buy some gloves, buy a luchador mask, and start doing some like card openings. Nope. Place was like beautiful though. Sister accidentally fell for the hey, you want to like pet this lizard? It's totally not a trick to make you spend money on photos. And like she was pissed off the entire time afterwards. Say, oh, you fell for it. Had a really delicious like shrimp burger over there. I was like,
shrimp burger.
a shrimp burger. And then I started biting into it. It's just like a bunch of like grilled shrimp with cheese on top to hold it all together.
Huh.
I'm like, well, it's burger shaped. Still sounds the best shrimp I've ever had. So you know, I'm not going to complain too much about it.
Hey.
Played some bingo with some old people at one point. That was kind of nice. Huh? Dude, there were a few. Where was it? What was the next spot? Belize? It was like I don't know. The resort had a private. I guess you know the cruise line had a private, like small private island. That was a pretty nice, you know, small beach spot. Bought some really expensive chocolate there, and I'm kind of regretting it because it's been like sitting in my fridge for a while. I mean, it's good chocolate, but it's like, oh, that's
What do you mean, lots
you
of
know,
expensive chocolate?
well, it was like 5 bars. They were pretty expensive bars of chocolate, though.
How expensive?
About $7 a bar.
Ooh, okay.
They're big bars. So I'm like, oh. But see, the problem being, because I got like really sick after the trip, I could not enjoy those for like so long. I was like, oh shoot, my taste buds are completely shot.
Now it's like
Yeah,
it's but shot. Now it's like now I'm like, do I even want Shaw anymore?
right.
Like, your appetite for something you were wanting is gone. It was like, ah, oh,
Saw some pretty cool birds and whatnot. Honestly, you know, like seeing things like some old caves and whatnot. That was really cool. It, I wonder. It was a nice educational trip. I would say for the most part, was probably the best thing there. We made it to Honduras, and I was like, and I just started getting like really sick around then. I'm like, ah, shoot, you know what? I'm staying on this boat. My head's spinning. See you guys later. And
you system is getting cooked.
apparently that's
I'm running
yeah,
out.
apparently that's where everything started going wrong. Like my sister fell off a horse. Almost got tangled with some like seaweed earlier. A lot of everyone else in my family got sick. I was like, oh, okay. Doom the location.
Your own arc.
Right.
But
At
that's
the
what.
final spot, I was doing okay. I like the final like port we were at. Unfortunately, due to civil unrest, we cannot actually leave the port area.
What was the final point area?
Dang it was somewhere in Mexico.
Oh, So you just made it out before the cartel disintegrated.
Pretty much, yeah. Crazy how that works, right? I mean, I got some pretty nice gelato while I was out there in like the small shopping area. Yeah.
I got some good
We counts for
gelato.
something.
That's a lot of,
Yeah.
and we just barely missed the ending of the cartel. Barely
Hmm?
missed the cartel being hunted down. So don't have to deal with that.
Uh, it's just like it's this vague civil unrest. It's like, oh, the cartels are gone. Like, oh, they went to the cartels. Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
that's a political system that I feel like we can get past right now because we know
Yeah.
what that's going to do. Anyway, continue on.
Right.
What happened afterwards?
Huh? I mean, the restaurants on the ship were really nice. Last, had some like nice like live hibachi. That was a nice dinner in the show. Everyone just singing like show tunes while waiting for their food. Hilarious. Guy who sat next to me randomly started talking to me about conventions in the area. It's like, hey, there's like about anime matsu, right? I'm like, who? Who are you? Do I know you? Like I'm just enjoying some food between an old man and some guy who just knows I'm a weeb and knows about nearby conventions in the area, just wants to talk to me the entire time. I'm like, what is happening?
I know who you. I know what you are.
Right. It's legit what it feels like. Like I did not mention anime or anything to him. And then he just starts going off about anime matsu and other conventions. I'm like, huh. God. And then everyone at the table's like laughing at this like one other guy because like apparently like he had a long-term friend with him and everyone's like, oh, so when did you get married? And he's like, oh,
Oh,
we're just friends. And everyone's like, oh,
coward.
oh. Literally what the chef said. No joke, the chef did call him a coward.
There's no way.
Yeah. So yeah, we've known each other for over 10 years and everything. It's like, uh-huh. And you've been on this cruise alone for like a week? Uh-huh. All right, buddy.
Just friends. Like, okay. Okay, cuck.
Like I've never seen someone just like get called out like that.
Like, we're just friends. What the fuck you here for then? Like, I know the joke is like, joke is like, you can be friends and go on a trip and everything is fine.
You
But it's
can,
like, but it's still like,
for sure.
it's still like that look of like
The chef
you,
literally
you
stopped singing and was like record scratch freeze for him, huh?
oh oh that's insane. The chef is like, all right, bro, be for real. It's like, nah, no, I am for real. It's like,
Yeah.
like, like if he just called him a cuck, it would have been like perfectly like, all right.
Right. Like the old man I was next to was also pestering him about it. It's like, okay.
Really?
Everyone at the table was having a good time, and we're going to poke fun at the guy who's bringing along his long term friend here.
Again,
Lovely.
again, note to people, it's perfectly fine to be in a
Yep. It
relationship
is
with a
literally
woman.
perfectly fine.
not take these jokes
But
out of
look, when
context.
everyone's drunk and just having some fun, jokes. I was sober, but anyway. Saw Beetlejuice the musical. That was fun. I got a little too distracted like midway through. It's like, I'm like, this is really long. I just started like focusing on like the stage setup and everything. Like, this is a neat production. Wow. Oh right, they're singing. It's a musical. Look at that stage production.
Hmm.
Got to see a game show live film. That was neat. Like, had a good time. Too bad about coming back from the trip.
All right.
The ship got delayed an hour because of the fog, and then like everyone was like super crowded on like 2 floors pretty much. Everyone's just like slowly waiting to leave the ship. And then on the car ride back, someone got like really sick as well, and I'm like, unfortunately, I was sharing a room with them. And on the way back, I just felt it, in real time. My body going, bro, we are not going to make it off. We are not going to make it on back home healthy. I am sorry. I came back super, like, I was just super dizzy for like 2 days, pretty much. Just knocked the hell out. Not fun. So let me just doom scroll and try to stay awake for a while. I mean, I'm back, thankfully, right?
Uh huh.
Of course, internet sucked on board, so definitely lost some progress on my gotcha dailies. I mean, that was the trip in like short term. Overall, pretty nice. Enjoyed my time. Would have been better without the flu.
I can imagine.
It's like, oh, flu A. Wait, flu A. Oh no. Still recovering. Like I still have a cough, unfortunately. Oh, let me do gotcha games. Well, general gaming first. Uh, I got roped into playing Deadlock recently, unfortunately. I'm just gonna have to keep telling myself, pretending it's not a MOBA.
You want to hop
Bleh.
on High Guard?
Ha ha. Oh right, I did try High Guard.
Also a
And
marathon.
by tried, I mean I played the tutorial. That's it.
Also the marathon uh slam is going on, and the Horizon like live service game like beta test is also going on too, and Avatar's going on.
Hmm.
Well, like you had to sign up for it.
Like everything's going on right now.
It
But you
is.
know what? Deadlock's not terrible.
I mean, it's.
Uh,
I mean, it's the game. It's the series Sajam's gonna be playing now.
hmm.
There's nowhere he can go now.
I tried the Vampire Crawlers demo a few days ago. It's like cool. They've done it again. They've in, they've introduced crack to the gaming. God damn it. I'm like, it's just Vampire Survivors with cards. It shouldn't be as good as it is.
Sounds more like crack to you.
Oh yeah, I know it's special. Don't you know the CIA specifically designed this one for me?
This
Like a
time.
first-person dungeon crawler card game version of Vampire Survivor. It's like, god damn it. But you made this in a lab.
You and Pasteur's at.
Right. Evil work. It's a really cool like demo. Like I already know the full game's gonna be like insane. I do like the gimmick of like playing higher cost cards in a row, like multiplies the amount of damage they do. Well, multiplies all their effects. So you get like nutty things like, oh, let me just play a card down here, gain like 20 mana at the end of this combo, and then just keep going and going and going. It's neat. I can't wait to see how degenerate it gets later. I
Listen,
mean, there's a screenshot going around on the Steam page showing the developers doing like some like 40 times combo. And I'm like, okay.
already?
Funnily enough, they did have a anti-infinite mechanic built in.
Anti-infinite.
Where you play the same card too many times. The card just breaks and summons the Grim Reaper to kill you. It's like, all right. It's like, no, we saw that in Infinite.
That's what fighting games should do. It's like you loop one too many times in your fighting game. You just fighting game all of a sudden just
If you're getting cornered, you should be allowed to press a button, have Akuma come in and help you out.
that would all speak sweet. It's pretty good. Yes, I would like my free.
Oh yeah, nice touch of depth. It's a 2v1 now. Like I'd be behind it. Doing any fighting game.
Even crushing force.
Yeah. 2xko gives you a third character.
I love how you just moved on from crushing force. Like I didn't just bring in a gigantic bomb to the situation.
Right?
Yeah, no, I don't know, bro. I saw that. I'm to that. I was like, Wooly's playing a secret fighting game. Okay, and I don't really watch
Yeah.
Wooly's extremes normally like that. And then I looked at the preview image, and I oddly went, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, I choose to ignore that. I think I know what game we're talking about. And I choose to ignore it.
It's like, what is that? Why?
You know, it's like them's fighting herds, right? It's like, you know what? This is neat. Unfortunately, the aesthetic will keep me away no matter how good your fighting game is.
It's like,
So we have limits. We are visual creatures.
yeah, but this is how we beat the Saudis.
True. Not a political podcast, but
I mean, it's not politics; it's gaming.
True.
Oh my god!
I'm just gonna tell that to the Sims community.
Speaking of gaming, what a wild week it's been.
Right?
Like, oh man, Blue Point's dead. Oh man, I feel like you could have done something with them, but you know what? Hey, you made your decision. We just gotta move on. Fortunately, you're still big.
And then it turns out, and then all the rumors are like, oh, it's specifically because they tried to remake Bloodborne.
I mean, I don't think that's exactly the reason. What I saw was like, oh, Sony said, yeah, you can remake it and And also I was like, hell no.
Like, what is with Bloodborne in particular, where like
Like everybody wants it to be remade or be ported, and it's like,
and then the forces that be just keep like killing it by divine right?
the answer is simple. Oh, hit my mic. Sorry. The answer is simple. No.
The year is UC 0079.
Mankind has reached beyond the stars.
Bloodborne is still exclusive to the PlayStation 4. Yeah. I mean, look, Xeon would have made a much more compelling case they had a port of Bloodborne playable.
I don't think that is. Do you know how dire that is? You know the concept that would be just insanely dire. I,
Gamers rise up. Kidding.
like I know you're kidding, but like, bro,
There'd be at least 10 people that would sign up for Xeon if they promised them Bloodborne.
and that's 10 too many.
That's also a very lowball estimate on my end.
Yeah, and it's still too many.
Yeah, but the Fedies have Pokemon.
Oh my god. We got Bloodborne. We
Shit.
got Pombon.
Right.
Checkmate.
They better keep that dog on 4 legs.
I don't care. If the design's cool, I don't care.
Look, all right. They're gonna have to rename fire type to furry type at this point for starters.
I love, I love how you say that as if last gen we didn't just have a literal.
Skill and courage was like the streak breaker, all right?
No,
I don't trust them.
we had Inteleon, we had what you call it, and then we had Meowscarada. The amount of people I want that want to go and give that cat some things you can't say on a TV show was less than zero, and it was
Look,
very
all
wrong.
right. I mean, ZZZ released a Labubu and the same thing happened. There's no hope for humanity. Other game stuff. Kazure Nightmare Season 2's been weird. Because like you could tell the rewrites started happening immediately. Yeah, so they announced apparently some drama like when the game first came out because there was a male character in the main party that the female cast kept talking to, who was also a damsel in distress, who got a lot of focus. So then that's like, all right, guys, you get it. You guys are mad. We're gonna rewrite the story to make the main character cooler. And then season 2 opens, the plant god infecting the main character with plant superpowers and turns into a cool gladiator on a battle world.
What?
Yeah, some weird plant monster thing shows up, infects the main character, and now he has like super regeneration. He's stronger.
Okay.
He's having the time of his life.
Okay. Before we continue, I'll be
Also,
right
he's
back.
locked up in a. Sure.
All right. We're back. All right, continue with
Oh,
what you're
yeah,
saying.
I'm just
You
going
were
over to like smaller stuff. Yep, talk about the Casio Dimer plot. How ridiculous season 2 starts off. Being after the whole plant thing shenanigan, he just gets thrown into a prison or a gladiator arena. It's like, oh hey, here's two new waifus stuck in a prison cell with the main character, so shenanigans can happen. It's like, all right, what are we doing here? I mean, the new characters are neat. One of them is just female Cloud. All she does is swing around the Buster Sword. Even gameplay wise, you just spam the one really big sword card. And I'm like, alright. Devs, this is a really simple character for your card game. What do you mean everything is just not about spamming one card? And then the very next character is playing indie games and gambling, and I'm like, huh.
Yep.
You completely switched gears here.
You gotta make sure you got something for everybody.
Right, but Larry, what's the character do? Fills your deck with a bunch of like random cards to do a bunch of completely different things, healing wise, or giving you resources or buffing. You have different cards that draw different amounts of them. You can like get rid of them. You have different cards that balance your AP costs alongside them. Blah 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 blah. So I'm like, what the heck happened here? And then she's supposed to be a healer, but people have already found out how to turn her into a nuke. And it's like, all right, what do you mean she's the hardest hitting character in the game?
Yep. Classic. I'm not a healer, but
Right.
that combo and I immediately destroy everything.
I mean, it seems like a fun build, but it's like this requires so much setup and shenanigans. It's like, you've got to be kidding.
Nope. 100% real.
Yep.
Sign up for it.
Right. And then like the game's like, oh right, as it turns out, she's actually a space marshal for the Emperor. And you can just totally just call out a planet busting satellite if need to be. It's like, cool. And that's gonna be very useful in the lore. I mean, the plot of this season in about 3 weeks. We're just gonna blow up the planet. Cool. Lovely. And then you play her like a little event story. And it's all about her just like finding ways to justify war crimes against evildoers. It's like, huh. What is the game's tone supposed to be here? Like, meanwhile, the main plot's like, all right, so your new white-haired waifu character and the original white-haired waifu character are both fighting each other for some odd reason. Uh-huh. Can we get the old writer back?
Oh, the gotchas
I know.
must. The gotchas must get money, and to get money, you must get it from people who have no people skills and believe that anything that is, you know,
Right,
if any girl isn't talking to you, must talk to someone talking to you. They're
right.
cheating.
And it only gets worse. It's like while all this stuff is happening, there's a time traveling cat girl who keeps like mentioning talking to the main character telepathically.
What?
Yeah, some random cat girl from a different timeline where the main cast gets killed off. It's like, hey, main character, I need to tell you something. Also, it's the first time we're meeting, maybe, but not really. Because then he meets her later or earlier, time travel. and she has amnesia and doesn't know who he is. So it's like, cool. I love time travel plots happening while we're on Battle World, trying to kill a slave trader and dealing with a weird evil plant deity. Pick a lane,
Yeah, we did.
please.
We did the one that has crack 2 in it.
Right. And then also one of the characters' sister shows up later carrying like some god egg in front of some dragon, and that's when this part two of the plot ends for season two. I'm like, what is happening?
About to win, might be about to win the peak, though. I don't know.
I mean, probably. Last season ended with a planet with killing a planet busting kaiju. So you know what? Maybe. I mean, at least the gameplay's fun. Although I think people are getting sick of every single banner release coming with a major mechanics update, or at least some new feature being attached.
Oh yeah, no, I could probably see that. Like, can we like have like one update without you just trying to rewrite the system, please?
Or like, adding some new resource to grind for. Mid patch?
Not mid patch. That's great.
No, like the first, the start season came out. We got some new stuff, right? And then part two comes out like, oh yeah, we're adding a new skill tree to the event dungeon. We added it 3 weeks ago. Where now you can farm that dungeon to gain new resources to upgrade the dungeon. And it's like, why wasn't this at the start? We spent 3 weeks grinding already. What do you mean? And of course the leaderboard's back, and I'm like, oh boy. Like nothing infuriates people in this game more than the leaderboard event. I mean, they made grinding decks easier for it, thankfully, but still a whole lot of competition. And apparently, at least on the like Asia region side, they're not even using the main shield DPS character in like the top rank, and I'm like, huh. I would love to see this deck. Unfortunately, I'm in global and I can't check it because our leaderboards are different. It's like cool, nice doing this a regional meta like in every card game. Yeah, ridiculous. I'll be right back. Be back in like a minute.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, we're back.
All right, cool. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering what the season 3 meta is going to be like. Season 1 was all about like multi hits and drawing and everything. Season 2 is all about singular big swings and exo- removing cards from your deck. It's like, all right, what's your gimmick for season 3 going to be? It can't be damage over time. There's only one DOT character in the roster of like 28 characters, 29 characters. We cannot do a DOT meta. Unless they want to introduce like three debuff characters in one patch cycle.
Mm.
Like, which would be weird. Like, it's probably the most underused archetype in the game. Heck, they nerfed the DOT character. What, this season? Because it's part of the infinite loop. Which I still can't believe they killed. I mean, at least they gave everyone the option to refund the character. I mean, I didn't use it. I'm like, I have every character. I don't need the resources. Everyone's almost fully built. I'm good.
Hold
Hmm?
on. I just heard about this new game. Apparently, there's a 15th anniversary project with Front Wing Good Smile, which is a Grisaia mobile game, which is
Huh.
which features Kazumi Yuji's daughters who time traveled 20 years from the future and were released in Japan in 2026.
The heck?
So they're making a sequel game to go back to the past.
All right.
Okay. Anyway,
Like, why not? This Cat Zero Nightmare. I'm just gonna be having to spend the next like several hours at some point just grinding up characters to the leaderboard. I'm never gonna aim for the top rank. Forget it. I just need enough to hit the max amount of points for the best rewards. Screw all that farming. uh, I need to go. I mean, I need to go back to Enfield. It's so weird that that game's banner works. Because like you can pull the next character over, and I'm like, and when the second that happened to me, I'm like, what? Huh?
uh,
Yeah, because I pulled the main 6-star in the update, right? That had the rate up. And then I pulled the very next character that was getting a rate up. And I had never been so confused by a 10 pull. Because I didn't think the next character was already playable. Like that game's gotcha system is just weird and seems to keep getting weirder. Like I guess it's a neat idea, right? Maybe where it's like, hey, congrats, you're a really big winner. You don't even need to pull the next character. You already have them. Keep saving.
so you just get like a voucher for the character?
No, you just get the character
What?
before they're rate up.
Dog, this sounds like you're making up a game. What are you talking about?
I pulled. All right. So banner number 2, right? Gilberta,
Okay.
right? I put a ton of currency in. I nearly hit hard pity anyway.
Okay.
I pull in 110 pull. I pull Gilberta, and then I pull Yvonne. And Yvonne was not getting a rate up until next week, which is now this week.
I see.
And I'm like, cool. If I pull an Yvonne's banner, can I get the next character?
You
Because
just
technically speaking, I did get a voucher for a free temple on Yvonne's banner because that's one of the other bonuses in this game's gotcha system. They'll just give you a rebate for the next banner after I think after like 30 or like 50 pulls.
what is this game?
They found so many ways to complicate a system that already worked. That we don't want to be a MiHoYo gotcha. So we're gonna do that. And then just keep adding a bunch of random nonsense to it.
I mean, hmm. Well, I'll find out next week.
That's when you're gonna try it.
You'll see.
All right. I shall see. Hmm. There wasn't too much of video game wise. I'm a little concerned about the TMNT set in Magic coming next week.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, please tell me this set's not gonna be as bad as Spider-Man. Please.
I heard it's like fine.
Mm. I mean, at least they got the rights to use it in MTG Arena. Like, we're not getting Weird Turtle World.
Weird turtle.
I mean, that's kind of what the Spider-Man set got turned into.
Oh
What if
yeah.
every card just triggered your arachnophobia? Like, I feel so bad for anyone that booted the game up. It's like, why does every card need like 20 spiders on it?
Man, I can't wait to play Spider-Man. Oh God!
Right. Like, I like Spider-Man.
I'm missing the man in my Spider.
Literally.
The man in my Spider-Man is missing.
Man. I do. Alright. It's minor Spider-Man tangent. I like how people are just hoping Superboy retcons one more day.
What?
Yeah, there's like a Marvel and DC crossover event right now, and Superboy Prime is currently with Spider-Man.
Oh,
And Superboy Prime can see comic books, and everyone's like, please retcon one more day, please retcon one more day, please retcon one more day.
it's not gonna happen. Like, y'all just
It's
listen.
it has to end at some point.
Maybe it's not ending because y'all just don't want to move on.
Well, yeah, that's what introduced Paul, duh.
But I mean, it's like, dog. At this point, if it's not gonna happen, just let them tell whatever stories they want.
Well, you see, but then they drew them a bone by introducing Ultimate Spider-Man, and now that Ultimate Spider-Man's over, there's now an increased groundswell of people going, please let Peter have a happy married life in 616. Like, they got rid of the filter. Like, I think people are just desperate for a happy Peter. I mean, it's never gonna happen. I mean, that's absolutely not the point of Spider-Man.
Oh well.
Yeah. You know what? I guess we'll move over to anime and other things. Nonsense.
Okay.
Um, I suppose that had to catch up on quite a few things when I got back. Nausea just kind of ended 3 episodes early.
Hmm.
Yeah, Nausea. You know, quote unquote, Among Us the anime.
Oh
Like, it
yes.
was booked for 21 episodes, and it just ends episode 18. And everyone's like, "Wait, what?"
Did they take breaks or something?
No, there was just a really good. The plot ended, and they're like, "Thank you all for watching." And then we're just gonna have a special show with the VAs next week. And so everyone's like, "Wait, what? What do you mean it's over?"
Like everything in the story just wrapped up,
Yeah,
and I was like, well, yeah. It turns out we didn't need that extra time, so okay, I guess we're done.
like 18 is such an odd number for an anime.
Shoot, I'd take 18 for any Vanguard season at this rate, bro.
Oh, for sure. I take 14.
Again, I'm just like, why didn't you just act? Why didn't you just make G-Quest beginning just a separate thing and you just started from episode 4? Like,
Yeah. I just want to know what Sayla was doing during all of G-Quest.
does it matter? Does it really matter?
No. Like, it's like, man, this seems like a situation where the Earth Federation's war hero should be doing something.
Nope.
Like, she's their only good mobile suit pilot.
No, don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, you know what? I already know. I almost forgot the Earth Federation's one fun trick: house arrest.
Hmm?
These new types keep being a little too uppity. Put them in a house arrest really quick and take away their Gundam. Every time. But yeah, I was shocked. Nausea ended. I was like, man, the final episodes were really well directed. Like, let me give a quick, like, it was a banger of a show. Like, not even being negative. Solid like 9 out of 10, or 8.5 out of 10. Dude, there was like a small section where it was like a little like, where they wanted to do like some of the romance routes from the game. It's like, all right, this is getting a little too cheesy. But outside of that, banger of a show. Great music, really well animated. It was it's one of those things like this is a weird pick for an anime adaptation. So clearly, that someone in charge actually really cares about the project. So it pays off. But the rare adaptation that cared, love it. Uh, the new Samurai Troopers, yeah, boy. Like, I hate the sound that say it like it's like, man, this feels a little marvelly with the quippiness. Like I can feel it now. Like you kind of see why some people are mad about the show. It's like, man, you guys are just being a little too self-aware and lampshady with the sequel to a classic show from 35 years ago. It's like, wow, that was a cool features from the previous show. What we just did some really stupid stuff with it. I still do like the gimmick of like the main characters needing to sing golden oldies in order to improve their teamwork. That's fun. Feels like a male symphogear at times. Nope. CG's it's CG. Not great, but I want to see where it goes. I'm like, oh, it's 24 episodes. Huh. Sunrise is putting a lot of faith into this. May as well keep going to see why. Uh, Darwin incident was. I didn't think they would show that on TV. Like, it's really interesting when you're watching an anime and you get a content warning before an episode airs. Right? Because it's like, when it's this match had to be something important, something serious. Like you could put any ultra violent stuff on TV almost. I'm kidding, not all fully, but it's like, huh? And then the content warning's like, yeah, content warning. Unfortunately, this episode is very important to the show's plot, so you cannot skip it. So we're warning you ahead of time. You have to watch it. Sorry. You know, but I get it. Uh, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's like, oh, that's Missouri, all right. Oh boy.
Oh, oh no.
Oh, that's an American high school in Missouri. Oh, god, jeez. The writer did his own work out. Oh no. I'll stop there. It's kind of obvious where I'm going from there. You all can put the pieces together. Digimon's been interesting.
Hmm.
It's like, this is a great Monster of the Week show. You know what Digimon needs? An arc about human trafficking. Let's go.
Yep.
Like they really just gave the Savers guy a blank check and like no editor. He's like, I'm writing whatever the hell I want right now. Screw you guys. I'm putting in the human trafficking. I'm putting in the PTSD. I'm putting in the war crimes. You guys aren't watching the show right now. I can do whatever I want. Love it. Kind of want to see where the plot's going, like to fully tie everything together, but I'm glad they're just throwing stuff at the wall.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no tying together. You
The, yeah, I mean, probably not, no. I feel so bad for that Commandramon. Man, D Brigade finally gets some screen time. What's the worst thing that could happen? War crimes. Don't worry about it.
nope. Don't worry about it.
He probably killed like 20 people in the forest. Don't worry about it. It's fun. I wish I could say new Trigun season was fun. Like, oh. Like everything's cool until Vash is on screen, and I hate saying that about Trigun. I get it. I get the point of Trigun. So the guy with a gun that refuses to shoot his gun. I get it. But I need him to shoot his gun. Like, jeez. Like I've never been more frustrated with a pacifist character in an anime. And that's saying something. Right. Gosh. MF Ghost is still a really stupid initial D sequel. Where every single episode main character has to go, wow, this thing from Japan is so cool. We don't have this in Britain. He ate a bowl of rice so good he went out to the countryside to talk to someone's grandma to get more rice. Also, British drivers are the greatest drivers on the planet.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Like, wow, if only the main character had a better car. He's such an amazing driver from that British driving school. Sugoi. Like, it's such a stupid cultural exchange of a show. It's like, how is he driving so much better than us? He's so fearless driving across this waterfall. And the maker's like, I don't even think at all. And they're like, how do we make this show more interesting? Let's bring in the main character's spurned lover from Britain, who's also a professional driver that's better than most of our cast before this episode.
Oh my. Okay.
And she's only here to stop the main character from dating a Japanese high schooler. Like, all right.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I completely forgot I forgot the main love interest, like 17 and still in high school. I was like, oh, right. Right. What is wrong with this show?
Shinzo Abe.
So I'm like, man, I can't believe I have to root for the crazy British woman. My hands are tied here. God damn it.
At that point, just drop the show, dog. Just drop it.
You see,
if your choice is between crazy, anything British has to win, because the alternative is main character could potentially shack up with a high schooler, it's over. Just call it. Just call it career, dog. You gotta move on.
But I also need to see the main character defeat Diddy in a race. No matter how bad the main character is, there was a guy who only dates 17-year-olds. And it's his entire character. And I need to see him lose. So I have to keep watching until that happens. I'm not rooting for anyone. I just need to see him fall.
Oh,
and then I can drop the show.
Okay. Well, you go on your merry way of whatever the fuck.
Right. At least the Toku side of things is normal. Zed says, I feel like Zeds is an experiment from like Toei. How irredeemable can we make a secondary writer in the 2020s? So boy, man, I've never seen a fan base so united in wanting a secondary writer killed.
We're so back.
We are so back. Like he broke the sacred rule. Don't bring an actual gun into a Kamen Rider show.
You mean a blaster?
No. Who pulled out the Glock?
He said, I'm done. I'm tired of kicking. Only gonna be kicking
Like,
this
what do
is
you mean?
hammer.
Dude just throws away the blaster, pulls out a Glock, and it's way more effective at getting rid of characters. And I'm like, holy shit!
Just imagine I throw away the laser gun for a real gun, and it works better.
He ices 2 characters with a Glock, and I'm like, how the hell is this happening? It's like, bro's gotta die. I need him gone. It's beautiful. I've never seen a group of people more united and wanting a character gone. We've never been so back. God. Say, man, Heisei is finally back. Lovely. And last show, in good news, Super Space Sheriff Gavin Infinity finally aired. Man, rest in peace, Sente. Holy cow. Like, the one thing is like, man, you know, it's not over until you actually see it's over. Show's off to an interesting start. I kind of like how all the villains are just dudes in silly costumes and like face makeup. Like, not like monster or like mug suits, right? It's just regular old garden variety criminals wearing face makeup. It's fun. Even the monsters of the week aren't even monsters. I like the idea. Like, what if we just run we just have a bunch of like human criminals against the guy in a robot suit. Totally fair. Totally. The mech looks so good. I'm pretty shocked. It's like, yeah. Maybe good robot designs would have saved Super Sentai, huh? But it feels different enough, which is good. Like, it doesn't feel like Kamen Rider. It does feel like Sentai. You know, it's like, cool. It's been 2 episodes. You've established it's kind of its own thing, and not like a hard replacement. That's good. We have an identity here, which I feel like was going to be the biggest problem for this show. You know, if it's coming off the heels of like, oh yeah, this is replacing that other major franchise. It's like the bar is already way too high, right? So I'm glad they seem to have some kind of plan going on, and like some way to differentiate itself. Although I think the fan subber hates the name of the show, and the people in the cast hate the name of the show because they've called Gavin so many different things at this point. I've seen Super Space Sheriff Gavin, Hyperspace Sheriff Gavin, Multiverse Sheriff Gavin, and I think one other name. It's like, you know, I get it. Super Space Sheriff is kind of stupid. I agree. Heck, Gavin Infinity is still kind of dumb because Gavin's not a name. Sorry, Gavin's not a title. And I think everyone's still mad about it. Like, guys. Gavin was a dude's name. You
It'll,
can't have a show where every hero is called Gavin.
it'll come up.
Well, they already introduced another Gavin, and they just call him Gavin. Bushido. He's the samurai Gavin. He has 2 swords.
It'll make sense later. Don't worry about it.
There's a female Gavin showing up next episode. There's a Darth Vader Gavin. There may or may not be a ninja Gavin showing up. I just want a cameo from the actual Gavin at this point. Unless he can show up again, because he's technically Ken in the Deca Ranger now. Oops. Like, yeah, sorry, he's a Sentai character now, and Sentai's gone. Nonsense. All right, I'll be right back again. Sorry.
Okay. All right, we're back.
Well, yeah, that's Gavin. I'm enjoying it. I highly recommend, starting the show now. you know, you can say, man, when this franchise popped off, I was here at show number 1. I was here since the start. I mean, there's already a fan war because like there's a bunch of angry Sentai fans trying to drag the show on Twitter for like any minor nitpick. It's like I get it.
Your show ended. Your show ended with
Terribly.
some glizzies.
I still can't believe that.
I heard you showed me that. I'm like, what the what?
Yeah.
Listen, I understand. Listen here. I understand. Coolio was not the best way to sign off on 30 years of Power Rangers. But what the fuck was that?
All right.
At least we got some.
So basically, all right. Here's the order of events. He wins. He wins. He gets all the rings and whatever. Defeats the final boss. Wishes for the fight to continue so he can bring everyone back to fight the final boss. Yeah, got the order wrong there. And then apparently, after the final fight, he speed ran and beat every other Red Ranger off screen, and then wished for some hot dogs. Like, well, I saved the world. Not hungry. Like he just did it all over again. Yeah, no explanation can make it sound any better. I wasn't trying to. Don't worry. Looks like in case you I was offending the show. No.
In case you thought I was ready interference, hell no, it's cooked.
Right.
This shit's ass. I'm sorry.
Like I do not want Akiko Inoue in the writers' room again. I'm sorry. She is not her dad. Oops. In brighter news, Ultraman fandom's doing fine. They are not at that part of the Ultra break period where they're virtually sacrificing figures yet. That's good. Do you sometimes have to give a status update on the Ultraman fandom? Break period is weird. I think this is kind of what the franchise needs more episodes, I'm not gonna lie. Like 25 episodes is too few if the fandom keeps going feral every year. Just saying. Like they even had a 50 episode run since 2006. Not pretty. I think even Super Riot says they didn't want more episodes. It's just I guess up to like Bandai and the networks at this point. Like they've even started adding original content and new fights to the crossover. I mean to the recap shows. Which I'm like, oh please don't stop making these canon. Please. Like stop introducing new forms during a recap. Yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, sure, I don't think I see this on the docket. No. Alright. How do you feel about Yoko Taro's Evangelion?
Oh, that's simple. Um, at least it's not Ano doing it again.
Yeah, but it's also Tsurumaki in the director's seat. So it's spiritually Anno. I'm kidding. D-Quux was a good show and stands on its own without Anno.
Come on.
It's like, yeah, you know what? Tsurumaki during Evangelion, that makes sense. Oh god, it's Yoko Taro in the writer's seat. Like, I just want to know what the plan is at this point.
I mean, the plan is, from what I can glean, it's like the plan is to turn Ava into Gundam. By that, I mean like have its own like AU.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just wondering, like, people are debating if it's like an AU or like based on like the footage we got. Well, stills we got. The stills look very rebuild, and it's like, oh. Yeah, I'm assuming it's an AU. It's like I like how even Sunrise is like, you know what? We want to turn Code Geass into Gundam, and they're only now getting that off the ground.
Are you sure?
The next show's an AU.
No, I mean only now getting off the ground as if like dog or try to make a Kogios that is even remotely decent, and it has not worked.
No, no.
I
It,
want
it
you
can't
to
be this hard to make.
name me
It can't be
one
this hard to
thing.
make more Code Geass.
Name me one thing about that last show besides the fact that uh the girls were attractive. What?
The girls were attractive.
Yeah, name one thing besides that.
I got nothing, dog.
Uh-huh.
It, it can't be this hard to make a good Code Geass. It can't.
Maybe maybe just no one who can actually like can make mecha no more. Could just be out of mecha shows.
I mean, the director is still like good, right? He's made other mecha shows after Code Geass, and they've all been fun, minimum. Mostly Back Arrow, which I think is still a shame that show didn't get any recognition or like traction at all. Zero. But alas, but you know, like Code Geass seems like Should be easy. I guess, the second you take Lelouch off the screen, that this it falls to a charisma vortex. Like, there's no way to describe it. Like, he hard carry I guess, he just hard carries the franchise. Which, yes.
Yep. It's not even like. I mean, the issue is like, you know, how the heck do we like move anything without like him existing?
You have to do an AU. Or prequel. But then, even the one time they tried to do a prequel, they just brought in Lelouch and C2.
I mean, a prequel. They didn't do a prequel.
Oh wait, that wasn't I'm talking about the manga.
Oh, there's a manga and it attempts to be a prequel.
Was it a prequel? I remember it was like samurai era Code Geass, or at least it looked like it. I'm like, oh, that's just Lelouch and C2 again. Dang it.
Like you just can't get away from that in that timeline because
Reign of
that
Darkness, it was in the Edo period.
the big problem with Code Geass is that Lelouch is so memorable, and he attempts to try and like create a new main character in that timeline. Have the issue of well, we just have to figure out a way to bring Lelouch back in.
Oh, hey, here's the volume cover. Well, first volume cover.
Yeah, that is just them. Like that's not even
Uh-huh.
subtle, dog. That is. I can understand like C2 might be relevant for the backstory, but that's literally just Lelouch. That is literally him.
Yep. Well, they gotta get out of that shadow. Ava might have an easier time. Not really. Like,
This is where you go to Trigger. Now, this is what you do. This is where you go to Trigger and ask, "Hey, can we borrow a character? We need someone iconic, someone who we could probably like mess around with and look at the mental state of a character's head."
Mm.
That's when you go to Trigger and you ask, can we thaw out 02? Just not even just like, oh, we're going to steal her, like make a different version. It's literally just her, and just be like,
Yeah.
let's just be like, you know what? Let's talk about it.
Right. Like, I feel like they're going to reuse I think they're going to reuse the cast for the Ava one. No,
I hope not, because it just be like,
I really hope they don't.
okay, kind of breaking up on this.
Oh, sorry. I fear they're gonna G-Quux it. It's like, oh, we're gonna connect. Here's an alternate universe. We're gonna connect to the main one. Or Shinji can never escape Evangelion.
Even though he literally just did that.
Right. I wonder if they regret the ending to that 4.0.
I don't. I don't think they. Enter like I'm good. I think
Like
I
that was more so Anno's ending, right?
yeah, that was Anno's ending, but probably the rest of the studio is like they did just end.
Dog, that's our only IP, man. Like, what do he wants to do? Naughty of the Blue Waters? No.
You could do a new IP. No,
No.
that requires having thought and hoping it sticks.
Like, we can't even say Trigger's better in that regard. They don't own Gridman.
They don't own Gridman. They
Like, it
share
looks like they do.
Edge Runners. Isn't even like their IP.
No. Like, it really does just look from the outside like they own Gridman. Considering Subaraya themselves just don't do anything with it.
Yeah, like
They're like, here's the license.
like they
Do whatever.
like they basically are the entire reason Gridman is uh like relevant still in some capacity, and it's
Hmm.
mostly it's because you made like three protagonists that people just keep buying merch of.
Yeah.
Literally just like goon out, Rika's dies, and that's it.
And like as far as Subaraya is concerned, the last time they referenced Gridman officially was, and I'm gonna say quote unquote reference, was in like one Ultraman show. Because people just assume the Ultra in that one may or may not be a hyper agent like Gridman. Like, huh? We have a fully digital superhero who speaks through a digital device to our main character, and he has the fixer beam. Hmm. I'm thinking this is Gridman. Nope. We are not touching on it.
This is Gridman, completely different.
Yep.
You own Gridman.
You can just connect these if you wanted to.
Nope.
Nope. All right. I think that's all the filler stuff I want to talk about.
Okay. Well, shall we move on to news then?
Yep.
All right. Let's go to news tab. All right. So we've got some news to talk about. So because we've been gone since this had dropped, we've got a pretty interesting bunch of stories to gonna talk about. So first off, Hasbro reported its fourth quarter and full year 2025 financials. So playing to win drives revenue, profit, and earnings growth for the full year. Company issues 2026 guidance and declares dividend. Announces $1 billion share repurchase program. So, uh, let's see. So the highlights are full year Hasbro revenue increased 14%, driven by record 45% growth in the Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming segment. Consumer products declined 4%, and entertainment was down 4%. Magic the Gathering finished its strongest year ever, up 59% versus PY. I'm trying to remember what that was. With a successful quarter four Avatar The Last
Previous
Airbender
year.
set. Huh? Say it again?
Versus previous year.
Previous year. With a successful quarter four Avatar The Last Airbender set and ongoing strength in backlist in Secret Lair. I don't know why that didn't make any sense on me previous year. That's crazy. Operating profit of $11 million and operating margin of 0.2 reflects the second quarter 2025 non-cash goodwill impairment. Adjusted operating profit of 1,140 million plus 36 versus previous year, and adjusted operating margin of 24.2% plus 3.9 points versus previous year, driven by favorable business mix and benefits from cost transformation efforts. Reported net loss of $2.30 per share. Adjusted net earnings of $5.54 per diluted share. Returned 393 million to shareholders via dividends. EBITDA of 197 million and adjusted EBITDA of 1.36 billion ahead of guidance. Spent $225 million on debt reduction through the combination of bond repurchases and pre-funding maturities, achieving debt targets ahead of schedule. Operating cash flow of 893 million versus 847 million in the prior year, driven by improved profitability. So,
All right.
Let's start here. What do you think about this?
Man, that lawsuit we went over last time sure does sound stupid right about now.
Foreshadowing. Well, there's an update on that. We'll get to that in a second.
Also, wow, Avatar: The Last Airbender is doing so well. Another 3 more years of Universes Beyond.
Oh yeah, no. If it wasn't over before, it's been over now. Sorry, y'all.
It's like, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, Lord of the Rings was a fluke. Yep. Final Fantasy, yeah, it's Final Fantasy and another major IP. What do you mean Avatar did really well?
The Avatar was not here to save you.
No. And guess what? We're gonna have to look back end of next year. Well, start of next year and be like, man, how well did Star Trek do again?
Yeah. Generally, is like everyone's like, man, Star Trek's so old and whatnot. I'm like, okay, let's kind of again. This will say, let's keep it a buck. The Magic player base is exactly the same type of people who were watching Star Trek back in
Right.
all
Like, hold
insane
on.
back in the day. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all are the same type of nerds. Stop being like those nerds. No, you ain't. You are not one
They're
of the
still
good.
making new Star Trek stuff.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna. It's an evergreen franchise.
Like, y'all will glaze James T. Kirk till the end of days. But you're talking about, oh, Star Trek ain't gonna be nothing. What are you talking about? Star Trek
Right.
will probably make more money than Ninja Turtles at bare minimum.
Everything's gonna make more money than Ninja Turtles.
And Ninja Turtles is gonna make some money.
Yeah.
It's like, I think what's so funny, I think what's the, like, listen, I can agree with Universe Beyond, like, people who have disdain for Universe Beyond. But you gotta be real here. The Star Wars and Star Trek people were all lumped in the same boat from minute one.
Uh-huh.
Because so it's like, of course, people who like Star Trek and like old Star Trek more specifically are going to come through and like pick up they Riker and Data cards, right, and then play some Commander and be perfectly insane.
Yeah.
Like, freaking, as an Enterprise fan, I'm considering I might, if they have a have Enterprise in there, I might get that squad because that was the Star Trek I watched when I was younger. Like, it's just so weird to me to say that. And there,
Like people are just gonna be in denial about Universes Beyond forever. Like, I get it. Prof's gonna keep losing more hair over it, but it's inevitable. Also, I completely forgot there's a Hobbit set coming out this year.
There, there can't be. Oh my god, I forgot about the Hobbit set. Oh my god.
Oh, we already know that's gonna do gangbusters.
I completely forgot the Hobbit set was real.
It's Hobbit and then Marvel. And it's a Marvel set, an actual set, and not like the Spider-Man set. Oh boy.
I'm just trying to remember. Was there what was the next in-universe set supposed to come out?
Oh, Strixhaven.
Oh yeah, Strix. Is this Strixhaven next?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
268. Oh, it's dire.
Lorwyn, we just got Turtles, and then Strixhaven, then Marvel, then Hobbit. And then something called Reality Fracture. And then Star Trek.
Reality Fracture is supposed to be like a new story thing. But it's like, oh,
It's gonna be mending too. It's like, guys, we're bringing back more than one Planeswalker per set. We're sorry.
that was the part people liked about the War of the Spark stuff. It's like, oh, you actually stopped new planeswalkers and stuff.
Yeah, but we know they're gonna go back to spamming Planeswalkers. It's we're gonna get like some equivalent. Say I don't trust them. They keep Planeswalkers on the down low for too long.
Well, then, so let's go back to this news. Wizard of the Coast and digital gaming segment revenue grew 45%, driven by sound performances in Magic Gathering and growth licensed digital gaming. Magic Gathering revenues increased 59%, powered by Universe Beyond sets, Backlist, and Secret Lair. You know, the crimes of Secret Lair. Secret Lairs also are just like just secretly also a problem. It's like
Yeah. It's like the two biggest things the Magic Old Head say are the two biggest things making money.
ironic.
Funny how that works.
To be fair, the way they're doing these weird Secret Lairs is like actually insane. Like y'all just
Also true.
like that Chaos Secret Lair stuff was like, all right, dog, you don't need to do this. This is too much. This is actually just uh operating profit of 1,007 million, increased 59% with a 46% operating margin, highlighting the overperformance in favorable business mix. Digital and licensed gaming increased 6% with Monopoly Go contributing 168 million for the full year of 2025. What?
People really love their Monopoly.
That is surprising. I'm like, okay, so
Yeah.
consumer products segment revenue decreased 4%, which was better than expected, as shifts in retail order timing impacted full year results. Highlights include growth in Peppa Pig, Hasbro Gaming, Transformers, Marvel, and Beyblade. Operating loss of 943 million includes a second quarter 2025 non-cash goodwill impairment, Adjusted operating profit of 113 million, down 26% versus last year, behind lower revenues and tariff costs. So consumer product
Oh,
things.
those funny tariffs.
So it's pretty much like saying like, yeah, most of the issue is like because of a impairment in. I should look that up here. A goodwill impairment search. Very concise guide. A goodwill impairment occurs when the carrying value of goodwill exceeds its fair value, meaning the asset is no longer worth what is recorded on the balance sheet. This reduction in value must be recognized as an expense on the income statement. So it is basically something ran out in that second quarter. It's like, yeah, no, we
Right.
don't believe this is funny. Entertainment segment revenue decline of 4% driven by lower digital and ad revenues. Operating margin of 0.5%, adjusted operating margin of 51.4% down versus previous year due to lower revenues. So the highlights and whatnot, but we can go to the 2026 company outlook. For the full year, the company expects total Hasbro revenue up 3 to 5% in constant currency, adjusted operating margin of 24 to 25%, adjusted EBITDA of 1.40 billion to 1.45 billion. 2026 capital allocation priorities: invest in core business, return cash to shareholders through dividends and share repurchases. The board of directors authorized a new share repurchase program of up to 1 billion, replacing the company's prior 2018 authorization. Continue to pay down debt. So it seems like Hasbro actually, with Wizards is once again carrying Hasbro. It seems like Hasbro is, however, growing, if only at least somewhere. Right? Transformers is up, Peppa Pig is up, Beyblade is up. So it is like, they're slowly getting there, but it's like, ooh, I don't know how much longer they got though. The
Yeah, it
question is
just
how much
seems like
longer they
a
got.
lot of things had to be like reappraised, so the value just whoop.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's cool. Uh, speaking of Hasbro, this probably is another thing too. This was announced. Hasbro, a leading games IP and toy company, today announced a new multi-year licensing partnership starting in 2027 with Warner Brothers Discovery Global Consumer Products, making Hasbro the global primary toy licensee for the world of Harry Potter and the upcoming HBO Harry Potter series.
I forgot that was happening.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Yeah, man, Hasbro can now make toys for Harry Potter of Warner Brothers Discovery, which does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
You mean Warner Brothers Paramount. As Paramount, you make sure that it's gonna be Paramount
well,
that you
the,
make
well,
sure
the,
that shit keeps
well,
up.
the deal didn't fully close. Hold on.
Deal didn't fully close. It's going to close. Unless Netflix comes back like, wait, hold on. One more
Well,
try.
all right. Well, there's at least one judge in California who isn't afraid, who is not suicidal, who's looking into it.
Okay.
You just gotta believe, all right? His car is fully repaired. Just got an oil check. Security camera fully functional. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right. The Warner Bros.
Yep. Oh, so this I was thinking on there. Hasbro's innovative team will bring the Harry Potter universe to life through a range of film and HBO original series inspired products featuring dolls, role play, action figures, and collectibles, interactive plush, board games, and more to be revealed later this year. Oh, what that means?
Yeah, there's gonna be a magic set.
Yep. Oh boy.
Well, at least we already have Strixhaven.
Now, to be fair, I did see recently on talking about like, oh, we already have streak saving, yeah. It's like, so we don't really need that. But I'm like, let's be honest here, dog.
You're gonna get more Strixhaven.
If that show is even remotely popular, which will be because some people just do not care,
Yeah.
it's up.
Sorry, you're getting that Harry Potter set. You're getting return to Strixhaven. A Gryffindor.
Okay.
I mean,
Hmm? Yo,
I want to see the 2027 product schedule so bad.
we gotta wait at least another like 5-6 months before we do.
Yeah. It'll just be so interesting.
Well, we move on. Speaking of that, a lawsuit. Hasbro shareholders drop suit alleging toy maker overprinted Magic the Gathering card
Mm,
sets. So this is from Rhode Island Current. Two Hasbro shareholders who brought a lawsuit against company executives for alleged overprinting of Magic the Gathering cards have voluntarily dismissed their case in Rhode Island federal court less than a month after the initial filing. The February
all right.
17th filing with voluntary dismissal concludes for now, the case filed by Joseph Chronicle and Ultimate Glown, two shareholders who sued on behalf of the toy maker against several members of his executive suite and board, a type of lawsuit known as a shareholder derivative complaint. The suit filed on January 21st in U.S. District Court for the District of Rhode Island alleged that from September 2021 to October 2023, Hasbro executives like CEO Chris Cox made misleading remarks to shareholders about its printing strategy for Magic the Gathering. The eldest of the big three trading card games in the US, Magic has enjoyed an active player base since its premiere in 1993 and continues to comprise the lion's share of profit for Wizards of the Coast, which became a Hasbro subsidiary in 1999. Where does this actually go? Oh, it actually goes to a link of TCG Player.
Best selling card games. Oh,
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh
oh,
no.
oh,
No,
oh no!
it actually happened. Oh god.
It's over.
Do we? I think we have to sound the alarm. The big three has shifted.
Yep.
Oh
Oh
god.
my goodness. That is crazy. Like, okay, what the heck happened? So, best-selling trading card games Q4 2025 by Pay Today. Look at the state of the TCG market for quarter. All information below is drawn from TCG Player Marketplace sales data between October 1st and December 15th. So top 10 product lines: number 1 Magic, 2 Pokemon, and 3 is One Piece, with Yu-Gi-Oh being 4th. Riftbound is 5th and it's new. Lorcana 6th. Pokemon Japan is 7th.
Oh, come on.
That's Gundam card game is 8. Can we talk about this? Why the heck we include Pokemon Japan? Like, I didn't know they
There's
start selling
enough
Japan
people.
card games.
There's enough people importing Japanese cards from English sellers that it broke the top 10.
That is insane. Gundam card game is 8th. It was previously 5th. Digimon is 9th. It was previously 8th. And Star Wars Unlimited is 10th. It was previously 9th. With no new booster sets for Yu-Gi-Oh! During this time period covered in the support, and with One Piece getting back-to-back bangers in the Best Volume 2 and carrying on his will, One Piece officially outsold Yu-Gi-Oh! In October and November. Yu-Gi-Oh! Might rebound once Phantom Revenge releases this Friday, but if it doesn't close the distance, we might need to redefine the traditional Big 3 of Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! To make room for the new number 3 game. Just below them, Riftbound enjoyed a tremendously successful debut, setting last quarter's rookie game Gundam down a few pegs. So, top 5 best-selling sets. I like how we just come. I like how I just was so intrigued by seeing that we've just ignored the original story.
I mean, sorry, the big 3 has shifted. Is major news.
All right, so number 1 is Avatar, second is Phantasmal Flames, third is Origins for Riftbound, fourth Mega Evolution for Pokemon, and fifth Final Fantasy for Magic. Riftbound debut set outsold every other TCG set this quarter except for the newest releases from Magic and Pokemon. Of those two giants, Magic came out on top with its wildly successful Avatar set, as fans of the beloved series showed up in a big way. Top 10 best-selling singles: Mega Charizard X, The Soul Stone, Bulbasaur, Badgermole Cub,
Okay,
Thousand
that's fair. That stupid Badger Mole is super annoying. Hate it. Hate it.
Tailed Watcher, Marco, Charizard EX, Mega Charizard X EX, Dead Bloom Predator, and Mega Lucario EX. The kinds of cards that drove the most value in sales varied by game. Pokemon's top performing cards were mostly collectibles, while Magic, Riftbound, and One Piece's cards were playable cards with relatively high price tags. Top 10 best-selling singles for unique buyers: Lily's Determination, Mega Gardevoir EX, Pheasantipity, Psyduck, Fighting Gong, Air Balloon, Electro Assaulting Battery, I need to pick one up, Hilda, Lunatone, Mega Charizard XEX. This quarter, broadly playable Pokemon cards completely took over the top 10 as more players bought into the game, which remains the most affordable competitive TCG on the market. Meanwhile, Commander continued to drive sales for the largest segment of Magic buyers. Electro Assaulting Battery combos with all the firebending commanders for Avatar: The Last Airbender, many of whom, like Fire Lord Azula and Avatar Aang, are among the most popular commanders in the set. So,
Oh
going
wow,
through.
yeah, I see how Electro combos with firebending.
Let me read this. I have seen this on the list. I don't really know why. Flying, you don't lose unlimited mana. When you cast an instant story spell, add red. When Electro leaves the battlefield, you may pay X. When you do, he deals X damage to target player. Oh yeah,
Like you just get all that mana from firebending, and you can just keep it into your second main phase.
that's true. I should probably pick one up. All right, but
Mm.
that is like very interesting that we just kind of happened upon like the big 3 just ended up being like, oh yeah, the big 3 is over. Is there anything like new I missed on here that could probably like be interesting? Um, I love how they gave a article to the universe's Godzilla and not the other Godzilla. The
Uh-huh.
product, like price, blood. Okay. Uh, uh, I mean, this isn't really necessary. So, all right, they can move on. Back to the story.
I'll be right back. I need to go grab an energy drink.
I mean, we could let's finish this up real quick, and I'll just say this. Basically, yeah, no,
All
the
right.
the things thrown out. We talked about how like it wasn't like really a case anyway. Oh well,
They were on rocky ground to begin with.
I wasn't expecting it to like get out this fast though. That's the one thing. All right.
We're mad about the shareholder reports. Get shareholder report comments. Well, I think we overreacted a little bit. We're sorry.
All right. We can take this break.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay, we're back. And because I was muted.
Huh?
I muted myself
Oh,
on OBS, so
oh, happens.
yep. Okay, so with that story out the way, we can move on to the next section, which is Bandai card games general. The floor rules have been updated, and so the long story short of it is, excuse me, it's gonna load on the translation. But the floor rules. Oh, this is all Japanese. Can I translate?
Okay, I opened this in PDF form.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but the long and short of it is that they changed the rules for like excessive hand shuffling is now basically restricted. Meaning, like, for example, in this, it's stuff like this where you're just so much is like it's so annoying. So basically, hey
Yeah,
man, just stop doing that, man. Oh, and
chill.
triple leaves are banned. So I mean, I'm cool with that.
Same.
Like that can get annoying. It's like, yeah, stop. All right, moving on. That was pretty much it for the Bandai segment for now. Uh, Grand Archive. They've announced a collaboration with Fuji Choco. If you know them, they are pretty much uh one of the most well known artists in Vanguard. They did Wisteria, Ballista, I think it was actually Ballista, some other Bermuda Triangle units. Um, so they have their own like uh thing with uh the Grand Archive, and it's like okay,
Neat.
and they will release their own character. That's pretty neat.
Whoa.
On to the next bit. Speaking of Grand Archive, they've announced that tickets are now on sale for Worlds, and the lineup of stuff and the ticket sales are you have gold, you have a gold with 60, platinum 120, diamond 240, VIP 280, and super VIP, which is $560.
That's a jump.
Which you get access to the VIP lounge, you get an Ascent deck box, a booster box voucher for the next set, a foil Tristan, 4 foil Mystic Purifiers, 4 foil Glacier Evocations, and 800 cent store tickets, which I think is basically like their independent like store and whatnot. So, I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. How much are tickets? Are there any sold out yet? Yeah, there's a few sold out.
No,
A lot
wow.
of the wave ones are out. Wave two start in like 4 hours.
All right. Doing good.
All right, next and one more thing. The Grand Archive Sandbox will be available for early access in March 2026. Is a free digital testing environment for Grand Archive that lets you play with friends, experiment with new decks, use it as content creation tool, and much more. So it will be active early 2026.
Neat. You know, I'm kidding.
Huh?
You know who else can use a free digital testing environment? I mean, I'm not gonna say Vanguard. That'd be stupid.
Need that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yep. Grand Archive is doing well. That's good.
Yep.
All right, next up. So Shadowverse announced uh their next set, Apocalypse Pact, 2 days before it dropped.
Okay. You know what? Why not?
So this is interesting because this is the first Shadowverse set in Worlds Beyond that is completely original to the game. No return of old characters or anything. Completely new cards, completely new characters,
Oh
etc.
wow.
And so, yep. And so, very interesting idea to let that happen. Probably because of when
Yeah.
the main reasons, obviously, the main reason why it's probably done that is because, yeah, Chinese New Year stuff was about to start, so they didn't want to like have to deal with all that. People were assuming it was because of this next part, which is new formats in the game.
Oh boy.
So there's rotation, which is cards from the 6 latest sets can be used. Each once cards from set 7 is released, cards from Legends Rise can no longer be used. Unlimited, cards from all card sets can be used. Certain cards may be restricted or banned. And Boundless, cards from all card sets can be used, including restricted or banned cards. Boundless format will become available once a banned/restricted card list is announced. So
I love set rotation. Everyone acts completely normal about it, and it's
oh, like the people in the comments on the side should get rid of.
Mm.
So new match formats, ranked matches, live tournaments, and Grand Prix matches. Both rotation and unlimited formats will be available. Decided on format for each Grand Prix entry. Your rank will be shared across both rotation and unlimited formats. Rank points and match
Oh
points
no.
will also be cumulative. So pretty much the idea is uh
uh hmm. I haven't played since Set 2 launch. I'm kind of screwed.
Back in now, sir. Set 6 is almost good, except for one thing.
Alright.
The third part
No,
of
no.
news. There was a turn 5 FTK in Rune.
Yeah, I mean, what other what other craft was it going to be in?
So, Ranger of the Ranger of the Dawn Blossom got restricted literally last night. And just explain what the card does. It is a level 5. Its old version is a level 5. It was releasing Blossoming Fate. It says
Oh no.
So it says transform all allied followers on the field into exact copies of random followers in your deck.
This is a Hearthstone card. I mean, not exactly, but like, style wise, it's just a Hearthstone card.
So the idea is you pretty much just play a bunch of cards. You pretty much just play a bunch of like cards that trade off in Rune. You spell boost and like remove all your opponent's like cards early, and then when you get like 5 cards on board with 5 play points, you can just you just play this. Like you pretty much play this until you can just kind of make sure you have Odin in your deck, and then you just kill them in one shot. You basically just draw cards until Odin is the only like real creature left in your deck or so.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it was fast. It was pretty consistent. That's why I had to get rid of it. But outside that, that's been pretty cool. I mean, the also the other issue is like the OTK was cheap.
Is Portalcraft fun yet?
Uh, we have Evolve Portal now.
I'll take it.
You can now play the dog, which copies level 5 or higher cost units and reduces their power. So it is pretty. So, all right. On to from Shadowverse to Pokemon. 30th anniversary today.
Yeah.
We are all old. So, and by today, I mean this was from last week, and it probably is the weirdest news on the timeline. The Pokemon Company International enters into agreement to acquire Excel Brands. The Pokemon Company International today announced that it has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire Excel Brands, a leading U.S. distributor and category management service provider of trading cards and collectibles. The transaction is expected to close subject to regulatory approvals and customary closing conditions. The acquisition builds on a relationship spanning decades. During that time, Excel Brands has become the Pokemon Company International's largest distribution partner in the U.S., and the companies have worked closely together, developing deep respect for each other's cultures and the trust they have earned across the industry. Okay, so we can say thing from Kenji Robo. Let's see. So basically, Pokemon now has access to has complete ownership of another distributor of trading card games in the West. After
Sure.
they already took one like last year. I'm forgetting which one it was.
I mean, this is one way to corner the market.
and like everyone's like, "Oh my goodness, thank God we can get Pokemon cards." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, this is bad. No one else can get any other cards in the future." And I was like, and and people, and I know what people are gonna be like. They're gonna be like, "Oh, uh, it's like, oh no, that's not gonna happen. You know, you can just stop, guys. You are losing to the dog again. You will lose to the dog again, like you always have, until they prove you otherwise."
Like, this is
Like the fact that Pokemon Company now has not one but two of the biggest trading card game distributors, barring something happening on this thing, to be on their effective payroll. Like like at any point they can just say, yeah, we are not working with these card games anymore. And you're trying to wonder like what, so you're probably wondering like who does Excel Brands work with? Well, let's look it up. Excel Brands home. Excel Brands is a full service category management resource event for driving sales. Here's all their stats. And brand partners, they have Pokemon, Lorcana, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, Upper Deck, Panini, Fairfield, Topps, Funko, MLB, NFL, NBA, MLS, NHL, Marvel, Disney, Card Guard, Bulls Toy, and a Sawi. No. We know. We carries an even more
Sanrio.
excellent brands. I don't know. Retail partners: Target, Walmart, Fred Meyer, Major, CVS, Walgreens, Five Below, Barnes & Noble, Aldi, BJ's, HEB, Kroger, Box Lunch, Claire's, Hobby Lobby, Hot Topic, Target, Walmart.com, Amazon, and BarnesandNoble.com. Having more retail partners beyond those. Like, obviously, you're not cutting the NFL, NBA, MLB, MLS, NHL, Upper Deck, all the sports cards, right?
No, but they're cutting Lorcana.
Yeah, but Lorcana, MTG, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, your biggest competitors,
Whoop.
at any moment they can say, yeah, we will not work with you anymore. They can find it. If they can find a way to do it, they will, and they can. And that's the issue. It's not
Look, all right.
that everyone's talking about, oh man, we get to have more cards. It's like, listen, you can print as many cards as you want. It's not going to help your scalper problem.
No.
Logan Paul needs to go somewhere before, and even then, like that's not gonna do much, right? Like the point is, like the scalpers are taking because people are actually buying the stuff for this money because they want Pokemon cards. No amount of There's only so much printing you can do before you just have to realize you can't print that much.
But what if you do?
Just
keep printing.
I mean, you could, but at the same time, it's like at a certain point, if/when this fad ends, there will be too much stuff on market.
Yeah.
So then at that
I mean,
point,
it'll be interesting to see, you know, when the economy crashes and everything. You just see a bunch of people trying to sell Pokemon cards back.
yep. And then, and again, at any point, they can find a reason to be like, we don't want to work with Lorcana no more, or Magic, or Yu-Gi-Oh, or One Piece. In fact, here's the other thing: if they have access to this, that means Pokemon Company is now getting money from Lorcana, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and One Piece.
Yeah, that's how that works.
They just became Magic's hoe, Magic's pimp. They all became their hoes.
Man, you know, I'm just saying, Wansy going for, I mean, Pokemon going from under Wansy to owning Wansy is kind of great.
Some weird, uh, some weird like humor there, but like this isn't really good. And it's crazy that people were saying, "Oh, this is a good thing," and it's like it can be a good thing. It can also be one of the worst things to happen to the industry if we're not careful. But no one
Yeah.
cares about that. They just want their Pokemon cards. The same way people
I
don't
mean,
want
I
to
mean,
care.
look,
Sorry.
hear me out.
Okay.
There's a silver lining. Less supplying Yu-Gi-Oh might increase the price of Yu-Gi-Oh sets. There is a silver lining somewhere in there.
No, that's not. Yes,
I know.
because the way Yu-Gi-Oh sets want to go is that people have less product to buy.
Look,
Not to mention,
we gotta cope somehow.
also not to mention, imagine doing this on the precipice of the Oberframes coming to the West. That is Yu-Gi-Oh's attempt to make product good.
You know, I still find it funny. I like while everyone's super hype about overframes, Rush told the shows like, oh, we're just doing full arts now.
And they did it with Charmers.
They're like, we can't actually lose to our older brother. Sorry.
Yep. Say sorry, big bro, but you're down here with us. You gotta fight. All right, now.
You,
Sorry. But
oh,
now on.
nothing.
Sorry, but now on to the other thing. 30 years with special worldwide releases. During today's Pokemon Presents, a video highlighting the history of the Pokemon trading card game, TCG, and its various eras debuted. The video showcased a variety of cards with different languages and then teases exciting images of Mewtwo, Mew, and the future to come. The Pokemon TCG is turning 30 this year. The celebration will feature a simultaneously coordinated global launch in participating markets, followed by additional product releases throughout the year. Stay tuned for more details. We don't know much, but the fact that there's simultaneous coordinated global launches.
I mean, these simultaneous global launches seem to be pretty easy for every company not named Bushy Road.
What are you talking about? They're going to do it. They're going to do one for Power World. And what else?
Man, these simultaneous global releases sure seem easy for every other card game not named Cardfight Vanguard.
Yeah. Go crazy on this next part. Uh But yeah, that's interesting. Global releases is going to be very interesting to see how they do it.
Mm,
All right, next up, some sad news before we go into the last bit of news. Anime director Mori Satoshi and founder of Studio Gifto Animation has sadly passed away. He was the director for Card Vanguard Overdress, and Gifto Animation is a subsidy of Kinema Citrus.
Rest in peace, man.
Yep, there's nothing else to say. Just R.I.P. Without you, no.
Yeah.
Without you, we probably still wouldn't be here. Probably wouldn't be here.
Hey, that was the longest era of the game so far.
And that's another thing I was kind of pointing at. Is like, I don't know if he was sick. I mean, I don't know if he was sick or whatever, but
Yeah.
Go to the Anime News Network for this. After
Oh.
battling illness for some time, Master posted an announcement on his death on Tuesday. Thanked all the support Mori. He founded Giftom Animation in 2015 and served as first president. He produced Divinez, 2 seasons of Vanguard Divinez, Divinez Deluxe, and Divinez Deluxe Finals.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he was the director for every Divine season. He was director for every Vanguard season up until
That's
Parallactic
wow.
Clash.
Huh. I do see the difference in directing. Sure.
Yep. He also directed episodes of Made in Abyss, Scorching Ping Pong Girls, and the first anime season of The Rising of the Shield Hero, where he's also the animation director for numerous episodes. He was the mechanical animation director of the Eureka 7 Good Night Sleep Tight Young Lovers film and episodes of Star Driver, an episode of Sacred 7. Mori was also the animation director for an episode of Mobile Suit Gundam UC. So, yep. So you can already, I mean, we walked into the season already feeling something different. We just didn't know
Mm-hmm.
it's probably because they chose a different director. That
Explains a lot.
explains a lot and probably explains a lot of the other season. So again, RIP to someone very important to Carpet Vanguard. Probably probably the longest acting like animation director on the series. All right. To conclude with much better news or much more
Yeah.
happier news. Uh, Kaido DX and Vanguard will do a lyrical monsterio manga, Ghost Meets Gal. You can see Felty Rose at the back, but yeah, they're doing a Garu Vanguard manga.
Sure.
That was not on my bingo card this year to be announced.
I mean, I feel like lyrical is just designed for like filler spin-off stuff. Like these go, yeah, you know what? Here's a lyrical manga. Cool. You don't have to worry about major story implications happening in a lyrical manga, unlike other Carpe Vanguard manga.
Well, in our final piece of news, they announced our anniversary set, Vanguards of Legends, releases in Japan May 15th. It will go early at that Vanguard side 2 weeks early, and it will be uh releasing. Can I find the image? Because I didn't see it on the media thing, so let me find it real quick. Um, we have Yu getting his new form of Nirvana, which this looks like Super Mahar. So yeah, Yu gets his new form, but it won't be in a main set,
No, no.
which goes to the discussion of oh, are they really just gonna so are they not giving Yu his final form
No.
in the anime? Probably not. You know what? That probably does explain a lot now. I just thought about this too. If the director passed, No wonder they probably can only do like 12 episodes. They're like, we probably don't have the morale to do this.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is. Hmm. Uh,
Mm.
one also, they've announced that Chronojet will get the icon treatment in the set with a image ride version of Chronojet Dragon.
You know, it is weird we never got to see something like this in the show proper. It's
That is true.
like, oh, huh. But you don't think about it, but it's like only protagonists who didn't like get the weird funky image right treatment pre D era.
And lastly, Shin's coming back. Uranus will get a image ride treatment deck as well inside the set. Woohoo!
I'm so intrigued on how this is gonna work.
I am too, because I mean, I'm also
They could introduce imaginary gift force back. They can do it.
they could, but also, what is this gonna mean for the Stride deck?
Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's dead. Sorry. Nope. Sorry. Yeah, anyone who purchases a Chrono Jet Dragon. Sorry, you now have to purchase Chrono Jet Dragon.
Oh,
What am I supposed to do here? All right. You want me to say the new Chrono Jet Dragon deck? Character select Chrono Jet Dragon. Icon Chrono. I mean, that's kind of what the icons are, right?
yeah.
Like Bushroot has finally found the final form of clans characters. Just pick the character. We like it's done. They finally figured out how to do what they've wanted to do with Vanguard card design for 15 years. Here's character, play cards with the character's icon on it. You're set for life. No confusion. No which cards work together. It's just look at the picture.
Okay. Well, that is it for our news.
Yep.
Just,
A lot of that some interesting stuff. Mostly the big three shakeup, which
yep.
wasn't even part of the program.
Nope. Kind of caused out of nowhere.
Right. Man, no Godzilla news this week. That's unfortunate.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Man, no Godzilla TCG news this week. That's unfortunate.
Did I miss some?
Probably, I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, oh, you thought I was serious.
Yeah, like that you were teasing something like I missed.
Look, all right, the next time you hear about me talking about the Godzilla card game, it's the end of service announcement, me doing crazy prospector dens.
Evil.
Oh man, I forgot to mention something earlier during the break time segment
What?
in gotcha news. Well, pseudo gotcha news. Oh, Dwight Knight Abyss getting hacked a few days ago. That was interesting to see.
What happened?
I guess prolific leaker got into their CDN server and just started messing around and sent a message to a bunch of people, changed the server names. It's like, hey guys, uh, blah 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 blah. There's some Genshin Impact code in this game. The internal code name is also just Genshin Impact's Chinese name. Also, there's a ton of AI generated assets here. It's all AI the whole way down. Oh, huh. Well, it's a good thing the devs will not confirm nor deny the statements made in this manifest from while their servers were hacked.
Hmm.
I mean, saying stolen Genshin code is a crazy accusation. It's also crazy it took them like 3 days to respond or like let people know they were hacked. Like, you guys want to say anything yet? This seems kind of important. Nope. They just later write it so people actually like started making videos about it. Let's see if I can find the message. Oh, yep, here it is. That was fast. He's like, aren't you guys lucky this I didn't send you guys malware? I could have. That's how better security is.
Oh boy.
Also, there's like a 90% chance the Honkai Star Rail collab's gonna be made canon in a future HSR update.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, knowing how like HSR is, like how they write the game, I'm not gonna be surprised if they offhandedly mention the Fortnite collab. That's just like a random filler thing that happened off screen.
Mm.
Like it wouldn't be the first time Fortnite's been made canon to something.
Mm.
Won't be the last. Yeah, I do wonder if that whole thing is true though. With the Do I Night Abyss, if it's just a bunch of AI generative stuff in the game, and no one said anything. That'd be fun.
I'm good. Uh, yeah, that is legit. Our so
Mm.
trying to think. Our next show is scheduled for March 13th.
Yep.
Kind of crazy that we're already in March.
Yeah, it's been a pretty fast year. For sure.
Where'd the time go?
I mean, shoot, I lost a solid good month on like that stupid vacation. You know, feels like it.
Yep. So, all right, gonna close this out and get this uploaded. Set
Mm.
start the editing. So, thank y'all everyone for watching this episode of the Eye Pocket
Thank,
Podcast.
thank you all for being here.
We are back, and hopefully we can keep this going for longer. So, on that note, thank y'all for watching. By the
Thank
way,
y'all for dropping by.
there's Recard Nudes. Do not buy that game. It is terrible. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Please do not buy V card.